What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we should be taking a live. We should be live, taking a live stream. That sounded weird. I don't like that. That's not the best intro, but let's get it going, guys. I'm going to copy. I'm going to send this over to the Discord real quick, so that people can just join in there. Let's see. Put it here. There you go. Then I'll at everyone, let the people roll in. What's up, everybody, in case anyone's here right now. We're going to talk about just the usual stuff, right? Go over crypto, go over Jesus coin. We'll talk about Jesus coin because this one's been pumping. We'll talk about another coin, another meme coin that I really like that I think is about to rip, actually, even more than Jesus coin from its current price to where it's going to finish. But I do think Jesus coin has a long ways to go. As far as price growth goes. We won't spend all of our time talking about meme coins, you guys, but definitely I think we could, try to keep this live stream a little bit meme oriented. Maybe everybody brings out their favorite meme, stuff that I've talked about, stuff that I haven't talked about. I don't care, man. I don't care if it's popular or what. I will need to pull this up real quick. Getting everything set up. It's been a second since I've gone live. Not since I was diagnosed with asthma, man. Which, man, that's been a while. It's been like over a month that I've gone live, you guys. Crazy. And yes, I was diagnosed with asthma. So if you guys hear me struggling to breathe, I'm okay. Sometimes I just got to catch my breath. It really do be like that, man. It really do. But I just hit my inhaler, so I should be good to talk. Let's see. Pulling up the live stream now so I can see the chats. What's up, CJ? How you doing? Juan Leva. Or would it be Juan Leva. Hello. How's it going, my friend? Matt Arnold, yo. Gabe, what's up? God bless you, my friend. Yeah, I'm having a great day. I hope everybody's having a great day. While we let people roll in here, I can see we got 11 of you guys in here. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would think every single person that's in here right now is probably a subscriber. And we did just break 7,800 subscribers on the YouTube channel, so that's pretty awesome. I don't know how would it go over here. Your channel, maybe. I should still be live, right? That doesn't take it away if I do this. 7.82K, man. Reaching up to the sky there. Hopefully I can break 10K by the end of this year. That's kind of the goal. But talking about Jesus coin here, getting away from my own vanity, talking about the price action, I do want to go over what I expect is going to happen in the immediate term. And it's more or less the same stuff that I talked about in my last video, right? I was calling for this area as a high, and that we'd probably pull back to our 0.5 or our 382 area, right? So just for reference sake, the 0.5 area, we almost hit it yesterday, and the 382 area is a little bit of a ways below that. It would make sense to go to the 0.5 or the 382 because going to your 61869 area, which we're literally at the 618 right now, going to this area and then pulling back to your 0.5 or your 382 is a very normal thing. If we pulled back to either of those, I mean, the 382 kind of looks nice for this like trend that we've got going here on the bottom. That wasn't the best trend line, but something like that. We do have previous areas of resistance going back here to find support on, but also we have that with the 0.5 as well. So it's really anybody's guess. But we prodded down there yesterday, pulled back up. I will say I'm almost kind of convinced still. In the Discord, I wrote something earlier saying that this move is looking pretty convincing because that's a decent bit of volume, right? Remember, we're looking at this on a 4-hour basis right now. This is the second biggest candle by volume, right? Just barely the second one, but still technically it was bigger than this one, and it was a lot smaller than this one. A pretty big candle by volume, bullish engulfing candle coming in around the area that we're expecting to find support, right near that 0.5. Sometimes you don't have to hit that area. You can find support just above it, and that's actually a more bullish thing, right? There's so much buying pressure, and that's a lot of volume, so that could speak truth to that. All I'm trying to say is we might not have to go down. We could commence going up again, but I'm not convinced. I'm not as convinced, right? I liked this move. It was very convincing while it was going on, but the past 2 candles have led me to believe that it's not as convincing, or it's shifted my opinion a little bit. I still do believe we're going to go down, but I just want to throw it out there that at any point we could continue this move. The only reason I'm thinking we could go down is I'm really trying to base this move off of the one instance that we have that's anything near this, right? From a high to a low, all-time high to a low, we're at the 61869 area. okay? Whenever we did our high to low here and we pulled up to our 61869 area for the first time, which is right here, we consolidated there for 4 or 5 weeks and we moved down 50%. If we were to move down 50% from here, from the high, right, like 52%, 50%, that takes us to that 382 area, you know, and we consolidated here for weeks. So I'm skeptical to believe that we're just going to move down for a day and then move up immediately. But this is Jesus coin. This is crypto. Anything can happen at any given point in time. But what's going on, Indian Kitchen? How you doing, my friend? Fajita, I like that. That's a nice name. What was the mega dip at 11:30 a.m.? Maybe 11:30 for you. Are you talking about this? Was this the mega dip for Jesus coin? Are you talking about Jesus coin? I don't know. Standard volatility. You know, people taking profits. Look at all the volume here, right? So there were a lot of people that probably FOMO'd in at the top. They see it breaking the trend here, and they're like, oh, no, it's going to go all the way back down. And they panic sell. Like, literally, I bet the same people that bought over here, there were some people that sold over here. Or, who knows? It could have just been, like, manipulation or like somebody with a big amount of Jesus coin just pushing the price down by selling. Maybe they're taking profits and getting out. I don't know. There's no reason why this happened. It just happened. Let's call it, I would chalk it up to standard volatility personally. A couple new ones I am looking at. Hell yeah, Lawrence Jonas. Hit us with some new ones, man. Hoshi, what's up? What's up, Disco? How you doing? Boba and Coda. Okay, we'll do Boba and Coda. Yeah, I'll start writing the list down right now. You guys know how it works. Throw your requests on. We're trying to keep it meme related tonight, but request whatever you want. You know how it is. There's really no rules. We had to implement rules into the Discord recently. Things were getting out of hand, but it seems to be widely approved of in the community. So, I think it was the right decision. Let's see. Faithful Citizen, what's up? What's up? Doing good, man. Yeah, the family's doing good too. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope yours is doing well as well. I don't know if you have, everybody's got a family, but I don't know if you have like a family of your own or not. But everyone in your life, the faithful citizen, I hope everyone's doing well for you as well. Place equals please. Place equals please. Okay. Lawrence Jones. Okay, I got you. Did you say place? I didn't see it. Oh, you did. You did say place. Yes. Okay. How about Kava and Tezos or Turbo? How about all three, Hoshi? I'm going to ask everybody try to keep it to just one. I got a couple people in here who've already requested multiple, so we'll let it slide. But let's try and keep it to just one. That way we don't run out of time to do. We're already gonna run out of time to do all of these. That's how it always is. But Kava, Tezos. What is Tezos? Is it TEZ or TZT? I'm just gonna write Tezos down. I forget. Is it T? I forget what the ticker is for Tezos. TVZ. I can't remember. Turbo. All right. Disco is CELH. Is that a request? Is that CELH? Is it the stock or is it a meme coin? Let me know. What's up, MJ's Fusion? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. T Carter. What's up, Ada? You want some Ada on there? We'll throw some Ada on there. Christina Zin, XCN. Yeah, we could talk about XCN for sure, for sure. Coolio. No problem, Lawrence. No problem. XTZ. I knew I was missing something in there. I was like TXC, it's XTZ. Yeah, okay. There we go. That'll help out. Stock. Okay, cool. Got the right one on here. I'll put that right after. Which one was it? Was it right after Turbo? Yeah, right after Turbo. Okay. CELH. All right. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a great day, good time, good life, Holding up well in these bull market conditions with crypto. I know it's been boring, you guys. I know that we've been on the precipice of moving up. I got a few different charts pulled up here. We've been patient. We've been patient for quite a while, right? This is a very boring phase in any bull market, right? But we do have these phases in every bull market, and we're about to get to the point where it's the most exciting, okay? The pump coming into the halving, while exciting, is not the most exciting aspect of any bull market. It's the pump after the halving that is exciting, right? And we can go back in time real quick and just do that to set the kind of mood for the video, I suppose, or for the live stream here real quick before moving on. In case there's any naysayers, any people who are in disbelief that we're about to move up, let's clear the air here, right? From here, right? August 2012, the very first halving was in November 2012, the very end of November. But from that month of August, essentially, you moved sideways for 5 months. On the 6th month, that's when you broke out, okay? August, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 6th month, you moved up. I know it says 5, but it doesn't count that initial month. You know, being that you closed right here the month before, I think 6 months in this range, and then on the 6th month you broke out, right? And the pump before the halving, because again, the halving's in November. The pump before was fun, but the pump after was the best, right? The pump after the halving was the best. We go to the next halving, and where are we at here? It's July 9th, I think, 2016, something like that. We found our high here. We did not break above that high until the 7th month this time, 7th month after we formed our high prior to the halving, right? The pump before the halving was nice. The pump after the halving was way better, okay? That's twice, right? Look at the similarities, just noticeably larger both times after the halving, right? We do it again. This time before the halving, I mean, obviously, we had a very nice pump, but it was short-lived, and the consolidation was a long-lived effect after that. You know, we moved sideways for about 17 months there. But again, after the halving was in May. That second part was the most phenomenal compared to the first part. Prior halving pump, post-halving pump. So here we are right now. All right, we've had our prior halving pump right here. Okay, I'm going to try and draw it best fit. That's what it looks like. What's our post-halving pump going to be? I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this same exact line and draw it right over, right? I'm going to move this over here because what we do know is it's going to be bigger than this, right? At least from like a height. You know, maybe it doesn't go on this long. Maybe it does go on this long. I don't know. All I'm doing is measuring the line. From a time perspective, I don't expect this bull market to go into 2026. Maybe it does. But what I do expect is that our next phase, our next leg up, our post-halving pump at a minimum is going to take us above 260 just by looking at it like this alone, right? Because every single time in every single bull market, the post-halving pump has been significantly greater than the prior halving pump, right? So we're about to experience that now. I'm beating a dead horse. I feel like I made my point, but in case anybody's worried still, because we've been consolidating for 6 months now. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess, actually. Let's see. Yeah, we're on the 8th month right now. I still think that we're in good shape to move up. Anyways, I'm gonna move on from that. Let's see. Any thoughts on Moran not mentioning Jesus as an expected top performer? Do you think he owns a bag? The faithful citizen, Moran, is that the guy? Is that the guy with the long hair? I swear, man, I used to look just like that guy whenever I had long hair. But is that the guy, the faithful citizen? I'm not concerned about anybody mentioning or not mentioning Jesus, really, you know, because it kind of is a community coin. It spreads through word of mouth. So if there's somebody with, I don't know how many subscribers his channel has, or like how big he is. Maybe he's like way bigger. Maybe he's not that big of a deal. But I mean, you know, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter if he's not mentioning it or not. I heard someone told me, Kinbari told me that he had good things to say about Jesus coin, or maybe he didn't. Maybe he just is aware of it and he's friends with people in the community. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say anything and put words in people's mouths that were never there. You know, I don't want to lie because I'm not trying to lie. I don't know. To answer your question, no, I don't. As far as my thoughts on that go, my thoughts are neutral, I suppose. Did you bite for CJ? We're gonna get CJ on there. Did you bite DGB? We'll start running through the list here in a second, you guys. Awesome. Hell yeah. AVAX is going up. Thoughts on Karat? Carrot. I'm only going to do one request per person. I got a couple people who slid a couple requests in there at first, but we're only going to do one request per person for now, Ozzy. Later in the video, if we've run through all these, then you can throw another request in there. But I just want to make sure, you know, if everybody, even 35 people right now, we've had 100 people in here before, right? More than that even before. If everybody did a request, I wouldn't be done. That's for sure. I'd be up all night. Let's see. I got you, Lawrence. Kota, not, yeah, I got Kota written down, not Cody. People don't understand institutions are in the house. Never been before. It's on. Congrats to everyone. I mean, it's true. Yeah, you know, I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, and I don't think institutions being in the game is necessarily a good thing, right? crypto, the whole soul behind crypto is to get away from the institutions, give money and the power of wealth back to the people. But of course, the big players out there, they're going to see what's making money. They're going to want to get involved. And yes, we have anybody who's been in crypto at least since last cycle, if not the cycle before, probably even the cycles before. I wouldn't know. I've only been in the last 2 bull cycles. I would assume we've always been talking about when institutional money will come, right? We've always been dreaming of that day, and it's here. And I certainly don't expect that it's going to disappoint, right? This was our pre-halving pump last cycle, okay? Pre-halving pump last cycle. Look at. It's not as obviously that one was faster, right? It's this one is a little bit bigger. It's not as fast, but it is larger still. This was a larger move up and a more consistent move up. We didn't have this long phase of boringness. I've been saying it for a long time, like since the bear market, man. I've been saying it. This was a week, probably even since back here, man. I don't even know, like since whenever, maybe it was this month, whenever I decided this was finally a bear market, because I definitely thought we were in a bull market still here. I thought we had more to go. I remember that. All I'm trying to say is, I've been saying this for a while, that this last cycle was weak, and this cycle will be the first. I've said this a lot, and I haven't said it in a while, but I'm going to say it now just for everybody out there. It's like know where my head's at. I think this will be the first and potentially, maybe not the only. I'm going to keep it at the first. It's going to be the first Bitcoin cycle to outperform a prior Bitcoin cycle in overall percentage growth, right? We have a low here to the all-time high. The all-time high was at 2,100% in growth from the low to the high. My prediction is simple. Last cycle was weak. I think it's more on par with what this cycle should have been. I just think this cycle is going to be, again, close to this, but larger. I think this will be the first cycle, maybe the only cycle. I don't know. Going forward, that's hard to say, but definitely the first cycle that I think will be larger than a prior cycle. I'm expecting more out of this cycle. And I think it says it here, right? Prior halving pump, you can see the size difference, right? What's the post-halving pump going to look like? And we've already gone through what to expect post-halving as far as the pump goes. It's always larger than the pre-halving pump, always is. So people who are calling for Bitcoin to top off below 200K, people who laugh at people who call for prices that are above like 170K, I just hope they don't sell. I hope that it just takes off while they're sleeping and they wake up and it's higher than they ever thought it would be, because I feel like a lot of people are going to sell this market early because of last cycle. Because and last cycle was weak for a whole bunch of reasons, guys, that we don't have going on in this cycle. But I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I want to get through this the TA, the requests and stuff that you guys have. I do want to keep this more related to meme coins and stuff. By the way, for those of you who are just getting in here looking at the meme coin title that I have, I don't know if did I put a meme coin title on there? Memes on the rise, yeah. I do think Jesus coin is going to keep going down. I think this was a convincing move. It seemed like it wanted to go. Decent bit of volume came in, but it didn't persist. It's a lower high after all. I think it's just validation that we're going to go lower, and I would expect to go lower than this though. But after that, however long it takes, I'm kind of convinced now that this move down from here compared to this last move, I think this will take less time. I think we'll move down. This took like 5 weeks to break out of. I think it won't take that much time here, but we'll see. We'll see. Don't get discouraged if it's boring for 5 weeks. But ultimately, guys, for those of you who are looking to get into Jesus coin on this next move up, if it happens, I'm not certain it'll happen, but I think you'll be able to get in at 60178 to 601,348. Let's just put it at the minimum expected price for it to hit to the minimum expected price for it to grow to. That'd be about a 6.2x potential to a 13, near 14x potential, okay, in what I would assume would be by the end of the year. So if that sounds good to you, Jesus coin's, I think, a good one to hop in on. I definitely think, you can just look at the chart for what it is, right? A lot of volume coming in on this week here. It looks insignificant compared to this, but it's the most volume we've seen on a weekly basis since 2023. Literally the most volume we've seen on a weekly basis, and it's Friday today, or no, it's Saturday, and we have Sunday, so we have 2 days left. Breakout move of this trend, it's clear as day to me, man. Like just like this move, we're going to new highs, okay, and likely by the end of the year. So if that sounds good to you, buying here is probably fine. I don't know about that. I probably wouldn't buy here. I'd wait for it to go down a little bit, at least back to previous areas of resistance, something like that. Thank you, Juan Leva. Thank you. Truth Seeker. Jesus going to 1 billion. It could, man. And the truth of the matter is, man, it could go higher than that. It really could. It's crazy. It might not. The truth of the matter is it might not too, but I think that it can see a $1 billion. I think it could see a lot higher than that too. Thoughts on left translated cycle, Dan? I don't know if I believe in that. I believe it happens. I just don't know if this is a cycle that I think is going to be left translated, right? Because what do you mean? I forget what people mean by left translated. They mean that it's going to happen faster. Is that what it is? Or is it that this cycle takes longer to go on? I forget what the actual meaning of a left translated, a left shifted, whatever cycle would be. Can we visit MSTR? Yeah, we can visit MSTR. All I know is I've heard the term left translated. I've heard the term that this bull market's moving faster than the last one. I've heard everybody expects that it's going to, maybe break 100K, maybe not. People seem a little bit too pessimistic this cycle. Where every other cycle they've been overly optimistic. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what that ends up doing to the cycle. But let's go through these coins that you guys are requesting. Let's start with the first one here, Boba. First one. I won't give shout outs because I didn't write the names down of the people requesting them. I just wrote down the cryptos. Most of these, if not a good bit of these, should be meme coins. Maybe not all of them, just the first couple, but we'll see. Boba wrapped ETH or Boba wrapped Sol or Boba on Sol. Which one do we want? Probably this one, right? Probably that one. Yeah, because the Solana pairs, sometimes they make a parity off of it. Market cap is way different. 29 days versus 7 months. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we'll visit MSTR too, Dan. I don't know. He is a top bag holder, Truth Seeker, but which bag is he holding? Because I think it's clear there was an assumption that Christopher Green was in like the top 4 holders, but I think that's been proven false, if I'm not mistaken. In the top 4 holders, yeah, they all have trillions, or maybe they all have trillions now. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a trillion or just like hundreds of billions. I've got over 100 billion. I forget how much exactly I have. Maybe I have hundreds of billions. Whatever gets you into the top 200, I forget. But I definitely believe he's a top holder, but I'm not 100% sure. I wonder which one, what wallet's his. I wonder how many coins he holds. Anyways, let's get back to this. Let's get back to Boba. I don't know who requested Boba at the very, very, very beginning. It was, where are we at here? Lawrence. Boba, which one, man? Lawrence, which one am I doing here? Help me out, my friend. Could it be this one? This one has the higher market cap and it has more volume. But these ones have existed longer, right? They all look different. I'm not 100% sure as to which one to do. Maybe I should look on TradingView because there'd be Boba Network at 21 cents. Okay. Boba Network. Would that be this one? Probably this one here. Yeah, 2 years, 9 months, way higher market cap. Why is it so far down, huh? Isn't that crazy? Like the scams are up at the top, but not the legit one. Dex Screener should fix that. I don't know if Dex Screener has anybody that would be able to fix that if it's a decentralized thing, but I don't know. 20.6, 21 cents almost. Boba here, wrapped ETH on a weekly basis. We don't have our RSI. Let's pull it up. Relative Strength Index here. Just get it on there. I'm not a big fan of the weekly RSI, to be fair. I'm not a big fan of the price action. The daily RSI looks like it has some stuff going for it, but it's neutral overall, and as is the price. So it's hard to be bullish on it. But what I will say is it looks like you're finding resistance at the 60, finding support at the 40, finding resistance at the 60. Could you find support at the 40 here and move up? Maybe get some higher lows going. I don't know. Maybe. Let's roll with that, right? 4-hour time frame. 4-hour actually looks bearish. This to me looks like you do want to continue going down rather immediately. You probably see a lower low than this. Okay, probably. But probably not too much lower. I think this next move down will be it, wherever it is. Let's see. From a low to a high. Yeah, probably down to around 19.6 to 19 cents itself. Maybe you go down to 18 cents and you have a little bit more of a flush. But I bet this next push down is where you find support and you start moving up. But how high up are you going to move, right? Like, that could be it. Maybe that's it. You know, it's hard to say. I don't know if this thing, I don't know too much about the meme of boba, but if that is its low, then, and you are to see like a standard retracement, again, I think it's going to go a little bit lower. And look at that, man, the 069, you've actually held that as support. So maybe go a little bit lower. Let's just measure from here as like a buying point. Maybe you could snag. I definitely think that it would see a 236 retracement and a 382 retracement. So that's good for like an 80-something% pump. But as far as past that, as far as like new all-time highs go, I'm not entirely sure. It's a lot of volume that came in there. Okay, there's a little bit more volume actually present since this last. I don't know, maybe. I'm not 100% on this one. I don't know enough about it, but if it remains relevant or if it gains hype or traction, more people buy into it, you could probably see like a 10, 11x, maybe even a 22x by the time this thing moves up. And being that it's a meme coin, it can happen in a very short amount of time. But by the end of this year, maybe. Like these could be by the end of the year targets whenever I'm talking about a 22x to a 10x, right? 10.5x, whatever that was, 11x. That could be by the end of the year, if not the beginning of next year. If you start turning up now, I would be convinced that this is your low and that you do want to see new all-time highs if you interact positively with this 61869 area here. If you don't, well, we'll see about that, right? We'll see from there. But just a little bit of hopium there. Let me. I gotta charge something real quick. Gotta charge my computer. Whew. All right. Kind of hard, and I was expecting it to be hard with these meme coins, man, because the charts they're all either new or they look like this, right? You get low liquidity. That's just kind of how it happens. COTA is the next one. COTA. 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 Wasn't it COTA? Or was it kata? Let's see. No, COTA. Boba and COTA. Turbo, please, G-Von. We'll get Turbo on there. Oh my God, CZAR guy, we're almost there, my friend. We're almost there, and then it'll be there for half a year. I know, I did, man. It feels like that for sure. It's crazy, right? Because I was back in February. It feels like we just took it down, but would you say that it feels like we've only been in this for a little while? You know, like I took that tree down on this month here on February, like right before we got in this consolidation phase. This just feels like it took forever. But when I talk about the Christmas tree, yeah, it does. It feels like it was yesterday. It's kind of crazy how time works, man. COTA, Lawrence, I'm having problems, my friend. I'm having problems here. I'm going to try it one more time, COTA, because I looked it up, right? That's how you had it spelled. Mooncat, Doga, Kaka. We got Kaka. I know there's Radio Kaka too, or Radio Kaka. Maybe COTA's on here. COTA? No? So, Lawrence, I'm going to move on from this one, my friend. I don't know what's up with that, but we're just going to move on from there. Kava is the next one. Kava, yeah, we can do PNG. Ike, I got you, my friend. PNG. That's a stock, right? That's Procter & Gamble. Kava. I should know that, right? If that's a crypto, then PNG could be a crypto. I don't know. Kava here on Coinbase. Not an ideal chart, not what you want to see. But to be fair, there's a lot of cryptos that kind of look like this right now. Again, cryptos that look like this, I want to be clear. Whenever you're seeing lower lows, okay, cycle after cycle, when you're continuing to find new lows while Bitcoin's in a bull cycle, that's not really a good thing. Likely, you're not going to see new all-time highs. But I'm sure you do see, as you have previously, a rapid expansion up to probably another lower high, right? So you're at 34 cents. I have a hard time seeing this thing getting above $1 just with the way the chart looks. But something around $1 maybe from this relative high back in March. Oh, this is March of this year. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not on the monthly. I'm on the weekly. I'm sorry. So wait, this isn't a lot of time. Let me look back at this. Hold on. I still stand by what I was just saying, but maybe less so. Okay, so you're not forming lows cycle to cycle. You still are forming lows in the bull cycle, like new lows, but you're at relative all-time lows. Okay, Again, I don't know if this thing sees new all-time highs, but I certainly do. I take it back. I think this thing will get above $1. I'm sorry, misled. I did not mean to mislead. Absolutely, I do believe this thing will get above $1. Okay, I don't want to die on that hill. That's for sure. In fact, I think I'm very confident you will go above $1. Actually, I'm not so confident that you'll get above $6. Okay, that's the real number. I thought those were months before, man. I wasn't looking at the time at all. But this is the most history we have for this thing for Kava. So very confident that you will move higher. You're at 34 cents. I could genuinely see you reaching as high as $6. I'm not as convinced that you'd see new all-time highs, though I do accept that as a possibility. It's just we're so late into the cycle, right? From here, when you moved up, okay, from this period to the time that you had your top, and let's just say probably here, because that was like the end of the cycle. You kind of moved sideways after that. So that was 56 weeks. You know, where we are now, 56 weeks from now, that takes you to basically where I think the bull cycle is going to end. So are you going to have a stronger cycle than last cycle? Maybe, but are you going to do that while Bitcoin's been having a bull cycle since January of 2023, right? Like Bitcoin's been in a bull cycle since this point here, and you've been finding lower lows. Are you going to see new highs? I don't know. I don't know if you do. There's one more thing that I want to look at before we move on here. Okay. Oh, and we're definitely going to take a detour. I'm so sorry because we got Tezos next, but I'm going to take a detour on pajamas because I want to shill some pajamas to you guys. Okay. And I'm not a top 200 wallet holder in that. I'm a very small wallet holder. I only put a little bit of money in there just for funsies, but I'm thinking about throwing some more money in there. Kava, what I want to look at is this real quick. Price, if the market cap looks more bullish than the price, then we might have identified the problem as to why we might not see new highs. Come on now. Oh, yes. Okay, so definitely a different chart, right? Fully diluted valuation is the same as the market cap. That's cool. Circulating supply, total supply. Is that the max supply, though? I would think that's not the max supply. Right? Did all these coins just get diluted recently? Is that what happened? Maybe that's why. I don't know why the tokenomics are there. I don't know if that's the max supply. What I will say is whenever you see this and your price action looks like this versus your market cap looking like this, that's not normally a good thing, right? Essentially, like your price here was at, let's see. That was on August 30th, August 29th, okay? August 29th, you're at $8.50, August 29th. Oh, damn, what year was that? 2021. August 29th, 2021 here. You're at 692 million. Okay, 692 million. It's like 850, right? That's what I was measuring from. It was like 850. So let's go to 850. 850-ish right there. It's about a 24x, 25x from here. Okay. 25x on 371 million. That's a lot higher than 650 million, right? So all I'm saying is not only is it going to be some effort just to get back to your all-time highs, but you're going to eclipse your prior all-time highs in your market cap if you were to see anything around there, let alone above. So I definitely don't think Kava is going to see new all-time highs. All that to say, this cycle, I do believe it'll break $1. I'm skeptical if it breaks $6, but that's kind of the range. If that helps. As far as moving up, yes, I think you're going to move up soon. You might move down a little bit first, but I think you're going to keep moving. Yeah, I do think you're going to move up from here. That's Kava. Let's talk about Tezos. I lied. We'll talk about Tezos, then we'll talk about pajamas. Okay. Tezos till you Bezos. That's like the funniest thing I've ever heard Chris Green say. He says a lot of funny things, man. He's a funny guy, that's for sure. What's up, Apache Garage? Good to see you, my friend. Shout out to everybody in here. Thank you all for being here, guys. I love doing these live streams. It's been a while, you know. And I was having a hard time breathing at the beginning of this video, but I'm breathing a lot better now. So I don't know, man. It's hard sometimes. You know, I was kind of worried about doing this live stream because when I do videos not live and I have a hard time breathing, I can just stop the video, give myself a minute, come back to it, you know. But I was worried that I would lose my breath here for a second. If you hear me pause, that's what it is. But things seem to be going all right. Theta, we'll throw some theta on there. Ivan Ildo, Chatevo. Does anybody bet on sports? Anybody got some money on some games tonight? I got some money on a game right now. Actually, I want to check. In case you guys didn't know, I am an avid, degenerate sports gambler. Let's see. Where are we at? Woo-hoo. One more. Okay, cool. I bet on the Blackhawks and the Jets tonight, hockey. I bet on them to not score. I bet the under, and it was under 4 points. So looks like they're only going to score 3 points, so I got that one. And then I got the under for the blue. I got the under for all the hockey games tonight. I don't know. I bet everything, guys. I don't know. Let me know in the chat who bets here. Who's a degenerate gambler like me who likes to throw money? I don't throw a lot of money on there, right? Just for fun. But if anybody's got money on anything tonight, let me know. I want to go back and forth. You're planning to pick up some more BTC, in one of my opinion. If you think it's going to dip below 60K, go down to 59K again. So, yeah, with BTC, we're going to take a detour on Tezos. I'm sorry. With BTC, we'll get to Tezos in a second. I know, that's not fair. I know. But I still do believe that it is going to go lower. That was a nice move up today that we had, or yesterday that we had. Very bullish engulfing candle. Still a lower high in this range, okay? And it was above average volume. The volume is kind of what I had an issue with, but I think the volume came in at the top. Yeah, it came in like literally at the top, and that's not a good thing, right? You're getting all this volume. You're getting all this volume here, and you did nothing with it. You did nothing with it. So I think you are going to go down. I do believe we're going to go below 60K again. I think if you're patient, if you wait, probably within the next few days, 3 to 5 days, I bet Bitcoin does go down. But things are about to get really bullish, you guys. I do believe we're at that precipice where we're about to break out. I think, like, quite literally, this is that last little phase down before we phase up. And where I think we're going to go to, is it off of this overall range? Is it this? It wasn't this. What was it? Was it this fib here? I think from this low to this high, yeah. I think we're going to go anywhere from about, is that right? That can't be right. It's on the index. Okay, so it's different prices. If it was on Coinbase, I think it would be a different price. Let me see. No? I can't remember. I swear it was different prices, man. I was looking at it today even, but whatever. 56,500 to 57,500 are the targets. I would broaden it. I'd say 58 to 56K, probably closer to that 57, 58K area. Okay, we're at 62.6K now. It just makes sense to me. Okay, unless we start closing days above 63K again. If we start closing days above 63K, that's wrong. We're not going down anymore. It's time to go. It's time to go right now when that happens. Okay, we are literally, you guys, on the edge of breaking this. Okay, this is a very tight and a very long phase of consolidation in this bull market. When it gives way, the second phase is going to begin. And if you thought this was fun, you better hold on, man. Things are going to get crazy. So don't miss out on that, right? Waiting to buy more. But Ike, to be completely fair, if I was waiting to buy more, I'd wait to buy until, I don't know why I can't talk straight today, guys. I would probably start buying at about 58 to 56K, somewhere in that range. 57.5K looks nice. And again, if that was my plan and it didn't happen, I would know it wouldn't happen by getting a day to close above 63K. We get a day to close above 63K, I think it's on. At that point, I definitely don't think that we're going that low. Maybe we close above 63K and then we pull back down to like 61K or 60K itself and then continue to go up. Maybe it looks like that and we still do have a pullback relative to where we are now. Maybe. Or maybe we just keep going up. But either way, I think if we break this red line, we close above 63K, any downside predictions, they're off, okay? As of now, it's still safe and sound, and I do believe that we are going to go there, so that's the call, 57.5 to 56.5, though I swear it was 57.9 to 56.9, but whatever, somewhere in that zone, anywhere in that zone. Cool. 57K, I think it'll hit. I think it'll hit. Not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. I know you know, Ike, but I think it'll hit. I think you'll get that hit, man. It's possible that it could front run the 618 and not even hit it. It is possible, so watch for that. Don't watch for it on like the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Look for it on the daily. And you'll know, right, if we get down here and you start closing days above the 0.5, you'll know that it's not going to hit 57K, and you can just adjust your buy order. You won't buy at a prime price, but you'll buy lower than where you are now, right? Just keep your head on a swivel. Be prepared to be dynamic with your order. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, right? But I do believe 57K would get hit. It's just good to have contingencies in place, okay? It's right in the middle of that zone. I very much do believe it could get hit, but I would feel more confident about 58 to 57.5K personally. But that's just me. But best of luck. I hope it hits for you, my man. I hope it goes like literally right there, and then we come up from there, man. That'd be right in the heart of the zone, and then we move up. I do believe that over the next like week, we're going to see the bottom of this move come in, the low of this move here come in, and then by the end of the month, we're going to be above this local high. We're probably going to be above 70K by the end of the month. I think the second half of this month is going to be phenomenal, you guys, right? We're going to see bigger movements than we have this whole time that we've been in this consolidation phase. Let's talk about Tezos now. Whoever it was that requested Tezos, you've been so patient. Let's do this. Okay, so on a daily basis, I like the RSI. It looks productive. It looks very productive, and it looks strong. Neutral a little bit, sure, but you're definitely turning a tide here, right? You've got an uptrend going on in your RSI right now, and you don't have that in your price just yet. Kind of, actually. Actually, kind of, but it's more of like an ascending. It's like a consolidation phase. You normally see this right before you get some kind of breakout. So I do think you're going to break out. I think that you will see some kind of retracement based off of this move, and probably an extension past it. I do think we'll go to new highs relative to that high there. You know, the next move would be somewhere around 82 cents, but you're going to break out. I would think you could stop at 82. Okay, sometimes you do, as soon as you break out, you pull back, you consolidate, and then you continue to move forward. You do have resistance back here, so it would make sense, and it's your 382. But with these two highs coming in, I would think if you broke out, you wouldn't stop at the 382. You'd probably go higher. I'm going to call for 87 cents as like your primary target, probably these lows here, 87 cents, okay? I think that's where you're going to break out to is 87 cents. If not, if you don't stop there, you're going to make a straight shot up to like $1.06, $1.14, somewhere over there. That's not my expected outcome. I don't think you're just going to break straight out like that. I would kind of expect that you move up to this area. You probably consolidate or find resistance somewhere in this zone, and then continue to move up here. Probably find resistance and then continue to move up, right? Stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes in the future. But yes, right now you're at 69 cents. I would expect to move up to about 87 cents to happen by the end of this month. I think by the end of this month, yeah. If not, like very early next month. But yeah, Tezos, by the end of the year, who knows, man? This thing's going to be, I think, a lot higher. By the end of the year, you know, like you could be at $1.40. You could be at $2. You could be all the way up at $3. It's hard to say. But I do think that you will get a nice end of the year rally. Oh, man. How we were looking at the daily, and you break out of that range, right? You've got it on the weekly too. You're at the lows of this range, so you're gonna move up all the way to these highs here, right? When you break that, you're gonna see a nice move up. So that might not be by the end of this year, but going into next year, you might see that breakout actually happen, right? Maybe the move by the end of this year is to move up to this zone, consolidate for a little bit, and then break out going into next year. I don't know. It's just a thought, just an idea. But that's Tezos. That's the best of my abilities that I have there. Let's move on to pajamas. I want to talk about pajamas real quick. Let's see. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the way to be, Ike H. You know, layer it through, man. It's good to have layers. That's what, you know, a lot of people, I don't know, everybody does things differently, right? There's no one right way to do it. But the way that I like to do it, you guys, if I'm setting up buy orders and I have a range, like let's say like we're talking about with Bitcoin, 58 to 56K, I like to layer it. I don't like to put it all in at 58K. We're all in at the bottom, right? And I don't like to layer like 2 or 3 orders. I like to layer like 10 orders through there, man. And that way it hits. Maybe not all of it hits, but that way a good bit of it can hit. That's what I did with Bitcoin Cash. It might not be the best chart to use right now. Bitcoin Cash on this move down here, right? I had buy orders set at 160 and 165. The lowest it went to was 164. I literally caught 165, but I had buy orders layered from like 175 down to like 172, 170, 168, 167, 165, 164 probably, 160. Like I had a lot of buy orders layered throughout this, so that because I didn't know where the exact, I thought we were going to go down to 145, and that was like the lowest that I went to. I had buy orders set down there as well. But having several buy orders set up, I'm not saying this for Ike H. It seems like he knows what he's doing, you know. But just for anybody who's trying to figure out other ways to invest, I don't know. Like it's not anything complicated. Just setting up layers to your buy orders, right? It's like DCAing, but DCAing through a means of like layering your orders, I suppose, right? Like DCAing is more like time based, where this is like price level based, I guess. Kind of the same thing. LTC, yeah, caveman. We'll talk about that. LTC. Pajamas. Pajamas. $4.7 million. I don't know why it's doing this right now. It glitches sometimes. Dex Screener does. We're gonna refill it. Refresh it. We're not gonna refill it. We're gonna refresh it. Where's my water, man? Where are you at? There you are. Went to Costco, got like 2 boxes with 10 liters each of coconut water in them. Maybe it was more. Maybe it was like 18 liters. I forget how much I got, but I got a lot of coconut. It's good coconut water too, man. Organic, perfect. You know, the only bad thing about coconut products is just like the impact it has on the environment. I'm not one of those. I am kind of one of those guys, but I'm not like a preacher, but I am aware of the products I buy. I try to be aware at least, right? I don't know. Coconut products are good, but coconut farms, not all of them are good. Not all of them. There are some that are, I don't know, man. I'm just talking here. Let's see, pajamas. Okay, so what I want to talk about with pajamas is not the 5-minute time frame, sorry. It's the potential for it to grow, okay? For those of you that don't know with pajamas, let me shill to you for a second, right? The stream is memes on the rise, right? So I want to talk about pajamas real quick, okay? The reason that like what sold me on pajamas, okay? The first time that I ever bought it was like back, I think it was actually right after this day here. It was after this pump. I bought it on this red day here. Was that I heard that a lot of the people that developed pajamas basically abandoned it, okay, the people that started the project, but there were some OGs that have stuck around still, like maybe like one or like a handful of them that started this project that are still remaining relevant. But Steve Chen early on got involved with the project. He wasn't involved in the creation of the project, but very early on he got involved with it, and I think he was the reason why this thing pumped so much probably initially. Steve Chen, for those of you guys that don't know, he's a co-founder of YouTube. There are 3 founders in YouTube, and he is one of them. I believe that pajamas, because of Steve Chen, and because of the people behind it, and because it's a meme, I think that it has a lot of potential, and a lot of potential in. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think because of Steve Chen, he's got connections, right? You would think that the guy who's a co-founder of YouTube, the biggest social media platform that we have, one of the biggest social media platforms, if not the biggest, right? We're literally using it right now. Everybody uses it all the time for various reasons. You would think that guy's got connections. You would think that he's got, whenever it comes to marketing or implementing this, like wherever he can, you would think that he has connections, right? And there are some real world businesses and real world places that do accept pajamas, and they do I don't know, they participate in it, if that makes sense, right? There's this Canadian company that owns hundreds of ATMs that implemented pajamas. They actually, like, I think they advertise pajamas on their ATMs, but they carry like hundreds of coins. That's just one thing, but alongside with the fact that Steve Chen has literally been interviewed saying that he spends anywhere from 60 to 80 hours a week on pajamas doing work on it. And he said word for word, like quoting his words, that he's the most excited. This is the most excited about a project, is what he called it. The most excited about a project that he's been since he started YouTube. This pajamas, it says pajamas, the first YouTube cat, right? You type it in, pajamas, this thing here, pajamas cat. It actually should say first YouTube cat. If you're on Dex Screener, it might say the first YouTube cat if you're typing it in, but that's the one. This is the most exciting project that he's been a part of since he created YouTube. And he's putting 60 to 80 hours of work into this thing every single week. At least that's what he last said, right? Even if he's not doing that now, he's putting half of that time or even like 10 hours of work a week into this thing. Someone like that has to have connections, and I think that can be good for the building of this thing. I think that he's got big plans. I think we haven't heard a lot about pajamas over the past like 6 months or so because there's things going on behind the scenes that we're not aware about. And that news might be coming out now. The insiders might be getting that information. That might be why we're seeing the pump. Maybe, maybe not. But the reason why I want to talk about this most of all, why I want to talk about pajamas, is because I think it's at a great price to get in before this rally, this oncoming rally goes on, right? So first and foremost, we found a low here, okay? Back around our previous lows of this overall consolidation phase that sent us up here, right? Found a low there, kind of like a double bottom. I wouldn't go as far as saying that, but kind of, right? Kind of that idea. From this low to high, pulled all the way down to right around your 1886. Didn't quite get there, and that's okay. It's a low liquidity coin. You don't have to see it, respect the fibs completely. But I do want to take it on a weekly aspect, and I want to look, if we're looking at it here from a high to a low, you literally went right up to your 382 and found resistance there. Literally tipped it perfectly, okay? Previous areas of resistance, previous areas of support, there's more reasons to find resistance here, but you tipped that 382 perfectly. What's very common with this kind of maneuver is to pull back to your 236 and then up to your 618. And then from there, onwards and upwards, hopefully. But 236 to 618, that's kind of the maneuver we'd look for, right? I wouldn't consider the 236 normally just yet, but the fact that we had a pretty hard wick from that 382 and closed this far below it, I would think we interacted with the 236. I want to look at the 4 hour. Cool, we haven't interacted with it yet. I bet we pull down. So for anybody looking to buy pajamas, myself included, I'm going to let you guys know whenever I buy it. I've got some, right? I've got a little bit, but I'm going to throw a little bit more in. I'm probably going to more than double down on this thing soon. I'm going to buy whenever we go back to this 236. With how significantly we found support at the 382, I do expect we're going to pull back to the 236, but I'm not going to buy here. I'll probably buy like right up above it, right? We're at 0.0048 right now. I'll probably just buy right there at 0.004. And maybe even a little bit above that, right? But that pullback there is what I'm expecting. So if you want to get into this thing, perfect time to get in. I think it is. Even here, it's a perfect time to get in. We're still below the 382 of this overall range, so that is still pretty low. But if you wait like a day, maybe 12 hours, maybe 3 days. I don't know how long it's going to be, but if you wait, you'll have a better opportunity to get in, I think. And then overall, from the current price, let's just say you're buying here, right, at this current price. I think I put that line a little bit higher than the current price even. The minimum expected target that I have for this thing by the end of the year, by the way, it's the end of the year. The minimum expected target is about an 18x. Okay, the maximum expected target, no shit, genuinely could be like a 50x. And I know that sounds crazy. Trust me, I know, man. But I really do believe this thing's going to go there. It's going to hit these levels by the end of the year. And if not by the end of the year, very early next year. And regardless of the timing of it all, like this is where I believe the next move is going to go, right? So regardless of when it happens, I'm convinced that it is going to happen, okay? And the minimum growth is like a 17x, man. It's 18x, something like that, right? What was it? 50x to a 18x. Yeah, something like that. Crazy potential. Now, anybody hearing that, I'm going to look at the comments here. I haven't looked at the comments in a second, and we're going to go over different cryptos. But anybody hearing that, I want you to know that's not a guarantee. We never know if that's going to happen. I like pajamas. I only own 2 meme coins, and it's Jesus Coin and pajamas. I love them. They're both meme coins that I really enjoy. Happened to stumble upon both of them, looked into it, got along with some community members, or just liked what the project was about. I like these projects. I can be wrong about them, right? I might even be biased toward them. I like these projects, and they are not a significant part of my portfolio. Jesus Coin became a little bit more significant with the 140% rally this week, but this thing moved up like 140% as well, and it's still really not that significant in my portfolio. So I am looking to add a little bit more to it, but even when I add to it, even if I double down to it, this will not even be 5% of my total portfolio. You know what I mean? So if you have like a lot of money, or even like, I don't know what a lot of money is to everyone's got a different definition of that. But if you're dealing with like tens of thousands of dollars, maybe don't put all of that in here, right? If you're dealing with hundreds of thousands, maybe don't put all that in here, right? Maybe put 1,000 or 2 in here just for funsies, right? If you're dealing with like $1,000 and you want to put $500 in here, okay, that's a little bit different, right? You can risk 50% of your portfolio, because I would assume most people can make up $500 in a shorter amount of time than they could thousands of dollars, right? Not financial advice, again, not a financial advisor. I'm just really trying to say, don't go putting your life savings in here. You can see some sick gains, right? And I expect sick gains. I really do. But I'm not putting my life savings in here. No. I'm putting a lot of my money in coins that are in the top 100, right? Coins that I'm more certain of. And I'm pretty certain of this thing, but still, I think advising caution, right? More risk to more reward. And there's a lot of reward here, but you never know. I'm very convinced that we do see new highs. I am going to put more money in. There's a reason why I'm talking about this to begin with, but I don't want anybody to make the mistake of putting every single penny they have in something like this just because they hear it can go up, and then they sell their coin, whatever coin it may be. This thing moves up a little bit, and then it flops from there, and their coin just continues to move up, the one that they sold. I don't want anybody to do that. Don't make that mistake, right? I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, but essentially, yes, get it. I think it's a good time to get in, but just don't bet the farm on anything, really, especially not meme coins, right? No matter how convicted you are, no matter how biased you are, no matter how much you like it, right? I'm all those things with this thing. I still haven't put like a sizable amount of money in this, because with these things you can make a sizable amount of money from a low amount of money, right? Does that make sense? Can you look at Simone's cat? Yeah, I don't know. Is that Simone Biles? If Bitcoin bounces at 57K, where do you see LTC dropping, bouncing? I don't know. LTC, caveman, it might not move down that much. I'll go over LTC here in a second. It might not move down that much. LTC is notorious for leading Bitcoin, so it actually might start moving up before Bitcoin even finds its low. Or maybe Bitcoin finds its low. Maybe Litecoin finds its low first. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Rockman OC? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hola, Paula from Phoenix, Arizona. What's up, Paula? Good to see you. Thank you. I am Chris from Denver, Colorado, right? It looks like LTC and BCH didn't move down. And see, I love that because I called that, right? In one of my last Bitcoin Cash videos, it might have been my last one, I was comparing BCH to BTC, and I was like, this is kind of cool because it looks like Bitcoin's going to move down, but Bitcoin Cash won't move down. And that's good because we definitely don't want Bitcoin Cash to give up this low, right? And with how much Bitcoin's moving down, or I'm expecting it to move down, it wouldn't be crazy if Bitcoin Cash took out that low, right? It wouldn't be. It's not necessarily called for, but it wouldn't be that far away. So the fact that Bitcoin Cash is holding up and Litecoin while Bitcoin's moving down, that definitely is a nice sign to see. And that lines up with what I was saying, right? Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin, they do front run Bitcoin sometimes. Sometimes they move up before Bitcoin. So this could be the beginning of that. Who knows? But let's talk about Turbo. Talk about Turbo. All that to say with pajamas too. Let's wrap that up in a neat little bow. All right, down a little bit, up a little bit, and then up a little bit more later. Perfect time to get in. Probably wait a day or two or three, and then it'll be even better. But relatively good time to get in. I will let you guys know whenever I buy. I'll let you know on Discord. I'll let you know on X.com, and I'll probably make a video about it. I'll be like my latest purchase, like I normally do. The next coin that we're talking about is Turbo. Turbo the snail, baby. She is moving fast, or he, probably a he. I think, or is it not a snail? Is it a frog? Oh, see, I thought it was a snail. Turbo the frog, I think. Looks like it could be a snail. I don't know. It's Turbo. Whatever Turbo is, man, he just is. He or she. I would think Turbo is a guy name. Turbet might be, or Turba would be a girl name. Very bullish meme coin. Very, very bullish. I don't know a lot about the fundamentals, but I've had several people tell me that there's more to this thing than just it being a meme. Like there's some utility to it. I'm not 100% on that, right? But I've had some people tell me that. Yeah. James McMahon. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's McMahon. James. Yes, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin Cash. It's my biggest bag right now. If Jesus Coin does what I think it's going to do. Okay, I've done the math, you guys. If Jesus Coin goes up as much as I think it's going to go up, I'm not going to pull up the chart. Jesus Coin will be one of my top bags, if not my top bag in my portfolio, okay? If it goes all the way up. I love Bitcoin Cash a lot. I'm very confident and bullish on it. I plan on selling my Jesus Coin for Bitcoin Cash. I plan on selling my Jesus Coin for some Dogecoin, for some Bitcoin Cash, for some Mana, something like that. I'll probably still hold on to some Jesus Coin as well, but, we'll see. I'm not going to sell all of it, right? I love Jesus Coin. I still think it has a lot of room to go. I just think... Damn it, I wasn't going to do this, but let's do this. Let's do this. These are good questions, right? And they deserve answers. Because I know a lot of you in here, you're probably, maybe not a lot of you, but there's some of you clearly in here that hold Jesus Coin. So I think it's important to reference this, okay? Just to let you know where my head's at so that maybe it's a little bit more clear, okay? Jesus Coin, December, it was November 27th, the week of November 27th. It moved down that whole time Still finding lows for 36 weeks. 36 weeks, baby. Bitcoin Cash. November 27th of 2023, right? That's what it was. It was this week here. While Jesus Coin was moving up, Bitcoin Cash was moving sideways. It was being boring, right? Actually, I'm sorry. Do I have that backwards? Sorry. Jesus Coin was moving down, actually. Bitcoin Cash is being boring. Okay. Okay, sorry. But Jesus Coin, as it's moving down, I had it backwards, my bad. As it's moving down, Bitcoin Cash started to increase. It started to pump, right? It was boring. It was being sideways going into it, right? Jesus Coin was pumping this whole time while Bitcoin Cash was being boring. If you sold your Jesus Coin last December, at any point in December at all, and then you bought Bitcoin Cash probably the same thing last December or January, right? Anytime in February, January at all, you would have done really, really well for yourself. I do think that by the time Jesus Coin tops off, okay, I think it'll be different this time, okay? I think we're going to be at the end of the year. By the time it tops off, Bitcoin Cash will likely, I keep messing with these charts, it'll likely be significantly higher than this high, right? It's not going to be below it at that point in time, right? I think it will be worth thousands of dollars. But selling it for some Bitcoin Cash, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, going toward the end of the year, it might not be. Maybe it's a better idea to just sell it, let it sit in cash, let Bitcoin Cash come down, and then buy back some Bitcoin Cash. That might be the best. But either way, I do plan on putting Jesus Coin funds, profits, into Bitcoin Cash. To answer your question there, James, I am very bullish on Bitcoin Cash. That is the plan. So maybe not right at the end of the year, maybe not at the top of this, right? But definitely I plan on taking funds out because Bitcoin Cash, as long as it consolidates for, that is sure as shit not as long as Jesus Coin consolidated for, right? So I think there's more, there's less sleepy time in Bitcoin Cash, right? More sleepy time in Jesus Coin, and that's why after this next pump, I'll probably let go of some Jesus Coin, reallocate it in other places, just to let you guys know where my head's at. But you never know, man. This pump, I've been saying it, right? Like, generally speaking, you don't get bigger pumps as you go through, right? Like, your biggest pump at first, you don't get bigger pumps as you go through. But this pump, genuinely, I'm expecting it to be smaller than this move, but it could be bigger. You don't know. We don't know how much traction it could catch on this move up. Like, if some serious hype happens, you guys, this thing's at about $40 million, $30 million right now. Seeing it go to like hundreds of millions of dollars, even $1 billion in a very short amount of time can happen, and that would surpass a lot of my my price expectations, right? I am thinking that it can see from the current price, Jesus Coin. I'm thinking that it can see a 10x at the most. So that's like 300, 400 million. What if it goes to 800 million? What if it goes to 1.2 billion? And it genuinely could on this next move. I'm not expecting that, but it could. So that's why, again, whenever we see this, I'm not going to be selling everything, but I'm going to sell a little bit. Anyways, getting off track there. I hope that makes more sense than less sense. Turbo, right? We're talking about Turbo. That's what we're trying to do. I think Flower Child holds a good bit of Turbo, or at least she holds some. I know she asks about this every now and then. I don't know, though. I don't know. Does Flower Child, if you're in here, do you hold coins or do you cycle through them? I feel like you cycle through them. Or maybe you do just hold them and you just keep adding to new ones all the time. Because I feel like you talk about a bunch of different ones here and there. And that tends to be, when someone talks about a bunch of different things, I more believe they're cycling through things versus like allocating through things. But I don't know. Anyways, we're looking at Turbo. Looks like it consolidated for a little bit. Looks like it's in a breakout move now. Not the craziest amount of volume you've seen, but definitely a pickup in volume on this move out. I think this move is legit. I do think that you're breaking out. Technically, you are still in this consolidation phase for what it's worth. If you're looking at it right, you're at the areas of resistance that you've been at before. But I would look at this more as like a kind of slanted phase of consolidation here, and this is the breakout move. I think you're in the middle right now of your next move up, right? I think you're doing that right now. So if we look at this thing, we compare, I don't know, let's take this high to this low here. I'm not going to take the scam wick. You went up to your 1886. Let's just go with that, okay? High to low. Ooh, that might be a genuine low. I want to take that low. Went up to your 1618. Closing right around your 618. I don't know. Hard to say with these low liquid, very volatile wiki things high to low here, went up to your 1886 again. Okay, so we've seen that before. And holding the 1272, that's nice. I'm very confident this thing will see a 1.9 to 3.4 cent price. I'm very confident. I'm not so confident if it stops there. Okay, I'm very confident it gets there. I'm not confident if it doesn't just bust through it and go higher. It could, okay? And here's probably why. Let's see. I don't know yet. We haven't taken the fib, but let's figure it out. From a low point there to a high point there. Your 1886. Nope, it's right there at the 2618. So I take it back. I'm a little bit more confident now that not only do you go here, but you probably stop here. That's probably your next leg, and I bet that that's by the end of the year. That's your year's end move. And you're on your way now. Certainly it can happen fast, right? Maybe you get there by the end of this month of October. Maybe you get there sometime in November. I would think that the initial move up here, the breakout of this zone, would be fast, but then you probably creep your way up to the upper limits of the zone, right? Something like that, right? Just like if we go back in time, I wonder if we look here. Not a good example, but very bullish week. The next week was your high, and it was a lot less dramatic, right? Kind of crept your way up, blasted through the roof, and then crept your way up some more to finish it there. I don't know. It's not perfect. Maybe you do just blast all the way through. You're on a nonstop mission to the moon. I don't know, but oh damn it, I got rid of the thing. But I do believe you're going anywhere and everywhere between 1.9 cents to 3.4 cents. That's the target area. Heavy emphasis on that like 2.5 to 3 cent area, I would say. For turbo, yes, looks very bullish to me. Let's talk about Digibyte. Digibyte now, DGB. What's on the docket? I'll let you guys know. We got Digibyte, Karat, MicroStrategy. I'm excited to talk about MicroStrategy. PNG, Theta, Litecoin, and CAT. Let's see. I've got some comments I haven't read here. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Thank you all for being here. I feel like this stream's been. I feel like I'm kind of boring tonight, so I'm glad that you guys are here. Thank you for chilling with me. I know things can be boring sometimes. We are right now literally like at the precipice of pumping. So it's that calm before the storm, right? It's like it feels like we're on the edge of our seat, but nothing's happening. So it can that boring feeling can definitely take effect at times like these. But beyond that, I feel like I'm just being boring in this stream. But let's get past that. Let's see. Are you still bullish on BCH? Yes. Why did Trump say Bitcoin's a scam last term? Now he's pushing it. He didn't say Bitcoin was a scam last term. I don't think he said that last term. What did he say last term? He didn't say it was a scam. What did he say? Did he say it on his X.com account? No, because he didn't have. Did he have Steve Chen? There he is. There's a guy. Look at that smile. Great smile. Trump. Would we be able to find it? Real Donald Trump? I don't know, man. There's going to be a lot to flip through. I don't know if I could search for it. Would I just type in like Bitcoin maybe? Search on Trump's stuff, Bitcoin. Would it be on him, or is that that's just for me, not for, okay. How do I search his page? Isn't there a way to do that? There we go. I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other, okay, here we go, last term, and other cryptocurrencies, which are not money, and whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activity. Well, that's a pretty negative. That's not what I was expecting to read. I do remember this. I just don't remember it being that blunt. Let's see. Why did Trump say Bitcoin's a scam last term, and he's pushing it now? He didn't say it was a scam last term. He just basically said he didn't approve of it, right? He wasn't sure of it. Why did he say that last term and now he's saying it now? There's a few reasons to believe that, right? A simple reason would be he didn't fully understand crypto, and I think he says that here basically, and now he understands it a little bit more. Or, a theory that I've heard, and I picked this one up from BitBoy's channel. For anybody who watches BitBoy, Ben Armstrong, if you guys know who I'm talking about, BitBoy, him and his Mr. X, he made a kind of good point. Trump was in trouble with some money, right? Like he was indicted. He was in some legal issues. He had like $100 million of fines, or maybe it was like 500 million. I forget what it was. It was insane, right? And then all that got paid, or all that got taken care of. And his BitBoy, what he said, and it kind of makes sense, is that somebody took care of that for him, that financial burden for him. But they're pro-crypto people, and they want those people took care of that for Trump so that he can be a contender in this race, right? So that he can like be the next president. But if he's going to be the next president, they want a crypto-friendly president. So maybe there's someone behind the scenes who are greasing his palms, or who are his cohorts who are helping him with this election, and they're crypto-friendly people. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's nothing that I've said, right? Maybe there's a reason that I'm not thinking of. But as far as why, I think the best way to think would be he clearly didn't understand it, and now he understands that it's the future, right? And I mean, let's see. I'm not a fan of most cryptocurrencies, to be fair. It's not money. It's better than money, I would say, right? It's currency, whose value is highly volatile and based on thin air. I mean, volatile, yes. Value based on thin air, though, that's basically any kind of form of currency, right? Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, but the most unlawful behavior, you guys, is facilitated by the US dollar, which is a very highly regulated currency, including drug trade and other illegal activity. But again, the most illegal activity and the most drug trade is done with US dollars. It's not anything else, it's US dollars, right? All over the world. So I don't know. And I think he's maybe more aware of that now. This is kind of a silly remark, but who knows, man? Who knows why he said that? Who really knows why? But let's stop focusing on that. Let's move on. Let's talk about DigiByte here. DigiByte, I gotta say, I was unaware that you had a pump recently. I was unaware that you pumped this week. I don't know if that's legit, right? Because this is on crypto here. So did that really happen? No, not on Binance. Did that really happen? OKX? Not on OKX. So yeah, I don't know where that big wick came in from. We're going to use the Binance chart here, okay? Like a lot of charts that look like this, okay, that are finding new lows since Bitcoin's been in its, again, Bitcoin's been in a bull cycle since back here, guys, right? Bitcoin's been doing this. You've been doing this, right? You had one false pump that led you to a lower low than you've been for the past few years, right? So not a good look. I very much don't believe you see new all-time highs, and with that, I think this will be the last cycle for DigiByte to have any life in it. I think it will die off from here. Not saying that it won't have higher or lower highs along the way, right? It won't have uptrends, downtrends. Of course it does. Nothing moves in a straight line. DigiByte was a behemoth at one point, and it is still like an OG coin that is very relevant. I just think it'll become less relevant and die down. I do believe that this will be the last kind of cycle that it has for any kind of significance, and I believe where you're going to go to is anywhere between 618 to 69, or sorry, 618 to the 886, which is anywhere between about, what is that, 4.9 cents to 12.5 cents, somewhere in there. You're at 0.0066 cents. I do believe in these numbers. I do believe by the end of the cycle you'll get there. I also wouldn't be too surprised if you topped off earlier than the majority of cryptos, okay? Maybe you top off with a lot of them, but you might find your high sooner than most of them. It's hard to say, but sometimes certainly toward the halfway point, if not later in the year of next year is what I'm thinking. But right now, doing the short-term stuff, looking at the weekly RSI, it looks productive. Looks like you want to move up. Actually, it does look like you're about to move up, and that makes sense. You're at the base of this range. You probably would move up. Where are you going to move up to? Well, the 382 is a nice area to go to, not just because it's a 382, but you have resistance here. Prior to that, you have some support in this area, support back here. So right around 2.2 cents might be where you move up to. Maybe you pull back to your 236 and then go up to your 618 from there, something like that. But I do believe 2.2 is where you're going to go right now. You're at 0.0066. So by the end of the year might be where the time frame appropriate for this. So yeah, like a 3.5x, 3x to 3.5x, something like that by the end of the year, if not very early next year. I bet you're going to do that. So DigiByte looking frisky, looking like it wants to move up. I hope I'm wrong. I love DigiByte. I love DigiByte people. I hope I'm wrong for everybody's sake, but I don't believe I'm going to be. This is not how a coin looks that wants to promote new all-time highs. But to be fair, it can. Mana last cycle, it formed new lows relative to its bear cycle lows, while Bitcoin was firmly entrenched in a bull market, and it saw new all-time highs. So, and Mana's chart's very bullish. So, I mean, DigiByte could do it. I don't know. It looks like it's in trouble. But for right now, I think it does look like it wants to move up. If I'm wrong and you don't move up, dude, this thing's really in trouble. Like this thing's it's really screwed if that's the case. But anyways, DigiByte, Carrot, however you pronounce it. I want to read these comments here. Turbo's supposed to be tied to artificial intelligence, so it does have that angle working for it. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I don't understand why you don't talk more about Zcash. Just look at it. Walter Jr. I'm going to talk about Zcash, okay? I'm going to talk about it. I like Zcash. I don't talk about it because I think it's irrelevant now. I really do think that Zcash is irrelevant. I can be wrong. Dude, I've been wrong. I want you guys to know, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you already know, but in case anybody's hearing that and like, oh, CZAR doesn't like it, that means it's going to zero, or that means it's irrelevant. That's not the case, okay? I thought Ethereum was going to underperform Bitcoin last cycle. I made that a very clear, if I didn't make that a clear prediction on my YouTube channel, I made that a very clear prediction to my friends in the real world, right? I have one crypto friend, shout out to Leaf, who's probably my like closest real world crypto friend that I have. And like we talk about crypto all the time. He was all about Ethereum last cycle, and I was like, dude, it's going to underperform. I think it's going to underperform Bitcoin this cycle, and it crushed it. It crushed it. It did really well. So I'm just saying, just because I'm reading this comment that says I don't understand why you don't talk more about Zcash, just look at it, and I say I think Zcash is done. Not saying that it's done. Like it could see new all-time highs this cycle. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does, but I just think it's irrelevant. I think going forward it'll be irrelevant. That's my personal thoughts on it. Just because I'm saying that doesn't mean I can't be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, right? Even the best investors are wrong about things that are great investments, right? Warren Buffett's one of the most legendary investors of all time. He missed out on Amazon. He missed out on Facebook. He missed out on Google. He missed out on Apple, right? And he probably missed out on a bunch more things, right? But that doesn't make him a great investor. So just because I'm wrong doesn't mean that I can't get things right in other places, right? And just because I get things right in other places doesn't mean I'm going to be right about everything. So just because I'm saying Zcash, I think it's irrelevant. That's my personal opinion. Doesn't mean that it actually has weight, right? So don't get discouraged if you're hearing that. If you're a diehard, I don't know everything about Zcash. I don't. So if you know more about it than I do on a fundamental perspective, I could very well be wrong, right? But fundamentals aren't everything, you guys, especially not in crypto. And meme coins prove that, right? How can we prove right now that fundamentals aren't everything? Well, we go to the top 100. We look at the past 7 days, the top performers, and look at that. The top performer is a meme coin. I didn't know. I was thinking it was going to be Popcat, but Nero, Popcat, Dog with Hat, top 4 out of 3, or the top 4, 3 out of 4 are meme coins. The 5th one is Sui and Uniswap, right? Both of these facilitate decentralized transactions for meme coins. Right? What got me off on that? what got me off on that in the whole first place? I don't even remember. I don't know. Oh yeah, fundamentals don't mean everything, right? And right there's your proof. There's your proof in the pudding. Fundamentals, you don't need fundamentals to pump, right? And again, there might be fundamentals that I'm not aware of with Zcash, but that's not everything. Okay. I was holding a crypto that validated not last cycle, but the cycle before. I was holding a crypto that validated it had done the fastest. It had the record for the fastest transactions ever done in 1 minute. It had that record. It was the fastest crypto in the world, the fastest thing to ever do transactions in the world ever. It's called credits. It validated it. Who knows about credits now? How many of you have ever heard about credits? You know what I mean? That's my point. How many of you have ever heard of that? It was at one point the fastest, and it didn't matter. Fundamentals don't matter, man. If you don't have the right marketing, if you don't have the right hype, people don't know about you. It's not going to matter. That matters more at times. When you're established, fundamentals matter. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say fundamentals don't matter. I'm just saying it's not everything. 618, 69 down to the 382 area. A little bit of a move down, but up, that's okay, fine, whatever. Daily RSI, nice bounce on the 40 there. Weekly RSI, not a lot to go off of. I think you move up, yeah. I think so. Probably above the 61869 here to your 786, 886 zone. Let's call for that. Around 90 cents to $1.10, somewhere around there. You break $1.06, not pierce through it, but you break it. So onward to $1.98, $3.48. You're at 48.5 cents now. Okay. Stuff to look forward to. Stuff to expect in the meantime. 90 cents to $1.06. Okay. Carrot up. It looks like it wants to move up. I think so. That's why we're talking about up. MicroStrategy. This is one that I've been excited to talk about because my grandfather holds some of this, and we are breaking out to new highs, baby. It's awesome. It's not all-time highs, right? MicroStrategy has seen higher highs than this before, way back here in the dot-com bubble. Michael Saylor keeping it relevant with the times, man. He's a smart cookie. You don't have to like him. Some people don't like him, and that's okay, right? But he's definitely smart. It's like you don't have to like Donald Trump, but he's a smart guy. If you think that he's dumb, then all you're really doing is hating, right? It's like, oh, I don't even want to get started on politics, you guys. I'm going to stop it there. I was going to stop it there, man. Yep. Anyways, MicroStrategy looking bullish. $212.59. The minimum target is $244. Okay, minimum target. Maximum target's $539. Most likely target I think we'd go to is about here. Why do I say most likely? I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you. We consolidated here for a long time, okay? It's very bullish whenever you break out and you find support on your 886. Generally speaking, when you see this kind of maneuver, I very much expect to go to your 1618, almost always, okay? I very much doubt that you spent the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months consolidating just to move up here, right? Let me put that in reference for you. Let me put that in perspective for you, okay? I don't think we spent the last 7 months consolidating. Right, that white line there is where the high was before we moved up here. And that white line's where the 2272 is. I don't think we spent 7 months consolidating just to move that space there. I don't think so. So personally, I think we're just getting started. Sure, we could find turbulence along the way. We've respected this fib along the way, so I wouldn't be too surprised. But 338 is the minimum target I personally hold. $338. You're at 212 now. Yes, 338. When does that come in? I don't know. It could be by the end of the year. Genuinely, that could be an end-of-the-year target. Even 500 could be an end-of-the-year target. Who knows? Maybe it's just 244 by the end of the year. It's really hard to say, but I am confident this target gets hit. Something else I was talking to my grandfather about this because he owns some MicroStrategy, is that I don't know, I'm not 100% confident if this next move up is the last move for MicroStrategy for the cycle, or if it has one more move up afterwards, right? Last cycle, to put it in reference, MicroStrategy topped off in February. Okay, it started to move down in November. Bitcoin had its first high last cycle in April, right, shortly after February. So MicroStrategy topped off, right, and not only did it have its first high, but it's very debatable and very, I would think, logical to think that that was the end of the bull cycle. All-time high here, yes, but that was the end of the bull cycle, okay? This is like a crab market, sideways market times. End of the bull cycle is right here, okay? So if the end of the bull cycle was April, MicroStrategy topped off, had its all-time high, a very big all-time high in February. It still remained relevant. It still remained high up until November, right? It hung out with Bitcoin. It moved up in the same time Bitcoin did. It just didn't move up to new highs, and it dropped at the same time Bitcoin did. If it had its high before Bitcoin ended its bull cycle, I think it's feasible to predict or expect you might find a high before Bitcoin finds its high. I think Bitcoin's going to find its high in late next year, probably around October to July. If that's the case, maybe we could see MicroStrategy top off in the early half of next year instead of the second half. In which case, again, maybe this next move, just maybe, if we topped off like this, if we moved up like that or something, I don't know. As far as timing goes, right? Let's see. I would think probably before June, July, whatever, something like that, yeah. That might be the time frame we have left to work with. So with that in mind, because I do think Bitcoin itself will top off, I've been saying October for a long time, right? October. Give it a few months beforehand to top off as it did last time. We have this much time left to work with. Whatever high we come to, wherever we stop by the end of this move, that might be it for the cycle for MicroStrategy. So while it's exciting that we're moving up now, it might not be, I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting to see a cycle-ending finish. It always is, right? This was a phenomenal finish last cycle. I'm curious to see how high this one goes, but I'm just saying this next move up could be your last. If not, maybe we consolidate and maybe you have one more move up in you, maybe, but that's already 2026, so I just don't see it happening. I do believe this next move will be your last, if not second to last, but my expectation would be top off at 338 to 539. I spent way too much time on that, right? I got my thoughts out there a little bit. Seems like you guys liked it. I got 56 people watching this right now, so that's more viewers than I've had this whole time, so I'm just talking at this point. But let's see. I want to keep reading the comments here. Can you talk about Bonk? Yeah, I can do Bonk. Favi Nuon. Yeah, we'll talk about Bonk. By the way, guys, I probably won't get to all these requests. I've got 6 more, and I'm sure as I get through here. Oh, bro, Disco, I'm sorry. I was gonna read the comments, but Disco, I did not. I wrote it off to the side, and I totally went over it. I'm sorry, man. Disco, I'm gonna do it right now. No, Ike H. I didn't say that it's a scam. No, I hope Disco. I hope you're still watching this, man. I didn't. I'm sorry, Walter Jr. You said I'm very wrong. I might be wrong, man. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. Absolutely, I accept that as a possibility. But maybe you could be wrong. And you sound pretty biased toward it. Maybe you know something I don't know, but I'm definitely not biased toward it. I don't have any reason to hate it. I don't have any reason to like it. I'm very unbiased. My genuine opinion is just that of the standard crypto, which is that it probably fizzles out into nothing. But I could be wrong. I don't know everything, man. And I've been wrong plenty of times. I'll be wrong plenty of times more. Celsius Holdings for Mr. Disco. I'm sorry it took so long. Bearish divergence on your monthly. The last time you had bearish divergence, it marked a momentary high. It took you a while to get back above it. It took you a while even more to proceed past it. This could be it, man. This could be your low. Lower low here, higher low there. Relative low to relative high. You're right at that 618, baby, right there, dude. That's a bullish look, actually. It's a really bullish look. Oh, man, such a terrible daily RSI, right? That is disgusting. That is so bad. Nice little pop here. Absolutely, you have some hidden bearish divergence. You know what? I think you go down lower. I think the end of the week there, that bearish engulfing candle, going from your 618, rejecting your 0.5, and that looks like a rejection to me, man. A lot of volume, kind of like Bitcoin, right? You got a lot of volume, above average volume. You didn't do anything with it. You promoted a lower high. So I think you do go lower. You could hold $24. You might hold this zone. But generally speaking, with this kind of look, I would expect the 786 to the 886. So I think preparing, not expecting necessarily, but preparing for prices around $20 to $16 could be a good thing. If not, at least a little bit lower, back down to about $28 to $24. Somewhere in either of these zones, certainly lower than here. I think you're getting to the end of it. I think you're very near the end of this move down, okay? And I have a lot of confidence that you won't even see the 786 because you have so much support back here, okay? But just for what the fibs look like, it would make sense to go down there, okay? Don't be discouraged if you do. But again, I could see you finding support here. So next move down, whether it stops here or it stops in this zone, you're very close, right? You're definitely over halfway done. I think that you're a lot closer to this move like here. I can't talk, man. I'm sorry. I think this is where you're going to bottom at. If I'm wrong here, right? But I think you are closer to the low than further from it. And from there, we can talk about you moving up. But for now, I think you're going to move down, okay? For now, I think you're going to move down. Oh, man, yeah. I definitely think you're going to move down. That's not a good look. Damn. Hidden bearish divergence on the daily. Rejection off of the 0.5. On the weekly, if next week is red, and I think it will be red, you're going to get a rejection off the overbought zone. That's going to be intense, man. But you do have bullish divergence building up. You will have bullish divergence building up. So things to build from, but I do believe you're going lower, okay? CELH. I do not think it's a scam. My uncle had a dog when I was a kid. Its name was Did He Bite Ya? Did He Bite Ya? Oh, my goodness. Did he bite? Did he bite ya? Is that a digibite? Is that a reference of that? If not, I'm laughing at something that's not funny then. But it's in the HBO documentary as well. What is Turbo? Is Turbo in an HBO documentary? He just recently said he like most people did not understand it. Now he's all for crypto. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Rex Kramer. That makes sense. I think. Oh, is that what you guys are talking about? Was the Donald Trump thing? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That's anybody. I say this about everybody, guys, and this is actually a very famous quote. I don't know who made it, but I heard it all the time when I started being in crypto, like 2015, 2017 times. I don't hear it so much these days, but it's still true. The only people, this is a fact, okay? This is a genuine fact, right? It's like we need oxygen to breathe. This is a 100% fact, okay? Understand this. The only people who don't like crypto don't understand it. They don't understand it. And if you're like, no, there's people that understand it, but they don't like crypto. They want to see it fail. No, that's not true. That's not true. They might want to see some cryptos fail, but they want to see other cryptos succeed. They might not like what certain cryptos bring as far as like freedom or stuff like that goes for the people, transfer of wealth for the people, but they still like crypto and the security in the digital world that it brings. And the I don't know why my cat's being so loud, but I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but he's getting wild. You got a girlfriend out there or something? Getting crazy over there, buddy. I'm just saying, anybody that doesn't like crypto, they don't understand it. That's it, right? Any person that appears to not like crypto, but they have an understanding of it, like Peter Schiff. I think Peter Schiff, you guys, actually does like Bitcoin. I have a whole theory on Peter Schiff. I think he has his family members buying it, or he himself even has some. He probably has his hands in crypto, but he says that he doesn't. He says he doesn't like it so that on public figure, he doesn't own any, but he probably has these wallets that aren't tied to any person's name, right? He's probably got like dark addresses that allow him. That's a theory that I have. How can you? Because the only reason I think that is Peter Schiff is absolutely a smart person. Absolutely. If he's smart, there's no way he couldn't like crypto. And if he says he doesn't like crypto, my thoughts are he's lying. He's lying. That's just my thoughts. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. C-Cash, Walter Jr. What's up, Henry? What you thinking about XRP in the short term and long term? Short term, I think it's about to pump. Long term, I don't know. A lot of people seem to think more of it in the long term than I do. I could see it being relevant in the long term. I'm not 100% sure. XRP, here's what I think about a lot of coins in the top 100, right? Like you look at this list right here, 1 through 10. Maybe every single coin in here, except for Bitcoin. Maybe every single coin in here, except for 2 or 3 of them, maybe, at the most. We're going to look back at these and be like, you remember Ethereum? I remember Ethereum. You remember XRP? Yeah, that was supposed to change the world with banking. You remember Solana? Haha, I remember. You remember Dogecoin? You remember how crazy that, like, and maybe some of these, maybe more of these are relevant still than I give credit, but the odds of all of these being relevant in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, Bitcoin has the most likelihood. Dogecoin, I would say, has the next likelihood out of all of these, right? Maybe Dogecoin or Ethereum. Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin really are the only ones that I could see, like, for sure. XRP has a chance. BNB has a chance, I suppose. Any of them have a chance, but I don't know, man. As far as the long term goes for XRP, I don't know. There are people that believe in it a lot more than I do, but that doesn't mean anything, right? Short term, yeah, I think it's about to explode. I think all the people who've been holding XRP being laughed at, you're about to laugh at the people that sold their XRP before it pumped. That's what I think about XRP. Bitcoin has value in computation power. Yeah, it does. It's got value in what it costs. It also has value in just its technology in itself, man. The security of the computational power is a thing. But being able to send money to anybody across the world, across borders at any time of the day when the banks are closed and you don't have to pay taxes on cross-border transactions, that's valuable too. That's very valuable, right? And nobody can stop it. If they have access to the internet, they don't even need access to the internet. You can send it to their address. When they get access to the internet, they can access their address. It's a much better system than anything we have. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. It could be better. But there's value to it that regular money, dollars, physical goods could just never bring because it's digital. So beyond the obvious, yeah, the computational power and then the requirement it costs to mine Bitcoins too, that also has a denomination of value. My next door neighbor just told me it's a scam, Rex Kramer. Which one? Are you talking about CELH? I don't know. Did you do Bonk by chance? I can go back if so. Jordan Tyler, I have not done Bonk yet. Bro, I haven't moved since we did MicroStrategy, actually. It's not looking good. I'm probably only going to be doing this for another 20 minutes, you guys. Trump said no tax on tips. Sounds simple, but what that tip of the iceberg looks like is getting rid of the central banks and back to sound money. Trump has to play 3D information warfare. Yeah, maybe, man. I mean, who knows? We'll see how it all goes, but I think not reporting tips, too, is a good way to evade taxes legally, right, to avoid paying taxes, because I don't know, man, like, watch tipped positions, watch tipping culture just skyrocket because tips are no longer taxed, man. Like, managers start accepting tips and stuff like that instead of just the regular employees. I don't know, man. That would be lame, right? Restaurants that never like tipped the managers ever. Now they split all the tips for everybody in the house, whether you're a manager or someone working on the floor. I don't know. I'm talking about things that don't matter, you guys, or maybe not that they don't matter, but they're not relevant to what we're trying to talk about here. Reminder: PNG is on Coinbase. Oh, you want PNG, not Procter and Gamble? Okay, Pangolin, I got you. Thank you, Ike. Thank you. Can you look at ACH Alchemy Pay? Yeah, we got Alchemy Pay on there. DK. Can't promise we'll get to it tonight. XRP. Are we? Do I have XRP on the list? I do. I do. Yes, Christina Zinn. I do think XCM will see new all-time highs. Nate Bra. Your question about Jesus Coin. Let me see. You want to know if it goes back to 20 to 25 million? We're at 37 million now. My answer is maybe, maybe not, maybe. Let's see. Let's see real quick. Just while we're doing this, right? Oh man, did that look like it was higher? For a second, I swear it looked like it was higher. Maybe it just had to catch up. I don't know. But I am thinking it goes lower, right? We're probably going to go back to at least here. 30% drop, 30% of 37. Would be 11.1. So that'd be 26. Ooh, close. 25. Yeah, you'd probably get close to 25 million. 20 million, maybe not. I don't know. Probably closer to 25 million, Nate Bra. Hard to say. I wouldn't even count on 25 million, but yeah, maybe 20 to 25 could happen again before we really rip. Yeah, I think so. Sounds about right. If not 20 to 25, 25 to 30 sounds more appropriate. That's the same narrative that TET text as TET text. I'm this cycle is the fastest TPS change. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. That's a good narrative to have, Ike, but it's not always the thing that gets the most hype. But if you market it right, it can. You guys like Alphium and Tectum? I've heard of Tectum. I've never heard of Alphium. I feel like I have actually heard of Alphium. I do like Alphium if I remember it correctly. I don't know. I own a bunch of I don't know much about thoughts on Chainlink. Link for Bev. Link. All good, brother. Hell yeah, Disco. Thanks for the TA. Thank you, Lawrence. Appreciate you. That was the Trump comments. I know I'm so far back on these guys. I'm sorry if it seems out of context. What's up, Abe? How you doing? Velo? I don't know. We can talk about Velo. We probably won't talk about it tonight, unfortunately. You guys, any coins that I don't talk about tonight, I will make a live stream leftovers video tomorrow. What's up, BBL? I love you, my friend. Oh, we're getting to the end of the comments here. NCS WIC. Is that a request, Abe? Let me know if that's a request. Hey, C-Zar, genuinely curious. Why are you so bullish on Jesus? I don't know much about the coin. I'll try to answer that in as little time as possible, okay? Hold on, Jeff. Thanks, bro. Love the content. Keep it up. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you. Gone with the Wind program. Decentraland 2.0 is releasing on October 22nd, baby. Dude, you could have a buy the hype, sell the news event, or maybe it's after that. Maybe we do pump. Sometimes those updates can cause a pump after the news. Quant. Yeah, we can check. You know, my thoughts on Quant are that it's been disappointing. My thoughts on Quant, when I hear Quant, I think disappointing. That's about it. But I can be wrong. You know, it in itself, it's an OG coin that has proven itself to be stable and grow over time. But it just hasn't grown as much as like what I've expected it or what people have expected it to do. And that's why I mean it's disappointing. But it still is better than most cryptos. Absolutely it is. We'll talk about it, hopefully. Again, if I don't talk about it tonight, we got 20 minutes left. You know, hopefully tomorrow night, or not hopefully, definitely tomorrow night I'll talk about it. But Jeff, real quick before we get into the rest of the TA guys, we're going to talk about PNG, Theta, LTC, CAT, Zcash, Bonk, XRP, ACH, Link, Velo, Quant. Those are on the docket right now. Feel free to request more. Those are what's on deck. Before we do, I want to answer Jeff's question here. He said, hey, C-Zar, genuinely curious why you are so bullish on Jesus coin. I don't know much about the coin. I'm bullish on Jesus coin because primarily the chart. The chart, I think, looks really good. I think it does, you know, I think it's new. It's kind of ugly, to be completely fair. It's not the prettiest chart, but higher lows, higher highs, volume coming in, growth, community growth is there, right? Yesterday, guys, I made a video yesterday, and the total holders was at like 16,800. It's at 17,300 now. So we're gaining holders on this pump, right? More people are coming in. The community, the real reason I bought, so when I bought Jesus Coin, the first time that I ever talked about Jesus Coin, it was like here on This Week, and I said it was probably going to go higher. I thought it was going to go higher than this high, or maybe I said it was going to go higher, but I didn't say it would go higher than that high. I don't remember. But then I called for it to go down. I was being massaged. I was being coerced this whole time by Frelton Alves and Jesus Outlaws, George. You don't know them. It's okay. It's just names. But two people were telling me to buy Jesus Coin. When are you going to buy Jesus Coin? When are you going to buy it? And I was like, maybe I'll throw $100 in, okay? I told a lot of people throughout this whole time, don't buy it. Don't even recommend people to buy it. It's a random meme coin. You never know with stuff like this. I finally bought it on This Week here. Not the low week, but the week that the actual week that the low came in. But I didn't buy it like right at the low. I bought it like somewhere probably closer to here. Okay, very small amount. I put in like $200. Okay, and then it pumped. I bought more on this low, and then it pumped. And then it came back down. I bought more. I bought like two more here, and then I bought once at the top over here, or maybe even somewhere beyond this. Right. I was expecting a big pump. We were all expecting a big pump because there was an 80% supply burn that was going on in December. Okay, that was what the big hype was that there's an 80% supply burn going on in December. And when that event happened, after that event happened, we kind of sold off and we were bearish, right? The reason why I'm bullish on Jesus Coin is because when that event happened, it wasn't a rug pull, right? And the event didn't happen without a hitch. By the way, those coins didn't get burned. They're basically locked up. Not basically, very literally locked up forever. They're as good as burned. They're gone forever, okay? Those coins will never be there. If you look at Jesus Coin and you see the fully diluted valuation, that's nothing to worry about. These coins that are not circulating in the supply, every coin that's circulating right now is every coin that will ever exist for Jesus Coin. None of these coins will ever come into circulation. It's impossible. It's not going to happen, okay? But whenever it was controlled on the way down, it was intense. It was definitely intense, and it was long-lived. This made me think, okay, there's something more that meets the eye to this thing, right? It's not just dumping off. It didn't just have this one-off hype event and then dumped off, right? People started creating a community with this coin. They created Crypto Church where they literally do like a little Bible study, a little get together every single day. Different people host it. Different people have hosted it. The community has taken it upon themselves to initiate these things. These are good things, man. When talking about a meme coin, when you have this kind of community connection. And the reason why I like Jesus Coin above all else, what like really got me into it, is that it's got the name Jesus, which I think is very obvious why it could stand out. Okay, that stands out in itself. And the people who are about it, this is not most meme coins. You think about what sets apart this meme coin from every other meme coin in the space. Most meme coins are literally based on jokes. It's something silly. It's something funny. People are like screw the man, F the system, right? Let's put all of our money into this dog or this frog or this cat or this bear or whatever, this cartoon character. It's all silly nonsense. With Jesus Coin, you've got the silly nonsense of crypto. You've got the attitude, the personality of people who are just ready to say, screw it, let's put our money in this thing and let it rip. But it's backed by something more than just that. It's backed by Christianity itself, right? And you don't have to be a Christian to support this thing, right? You don't have to be a Christian to be about it, right? There's plenty of people who aren't Christians who are about this thing. But you just get in it for the money, right? We're all getting in it, Christian or not. Everybody's getting in it to make money, right? You're not buying anything if you're not planning on selling it at higher prices. Hopefully, it's not good financial moves if you're not doing that. If you're buying things and expecting to lose money. I digress. What I'm trying to say is that it's more than just a silly thing. This is actually based on faith. This is based on something that without crypto connects people. But now you throw crypto into the mix. Now you've got your Christian brothers, your Christian sisters, your people who are of the same faith who want to support each other, but they're also in this niche crypto thing, which is very tribal, but also very supportive if you're in the right community. So what I love about the Jesus Coin community, which I really do think is a very bullish aspect of this coin. I think it's very underplayed how bullish the community makes this coin, I think, genuinely. I think it's something special. I really do think it's something special. But with the community, they're really not that animalistic. There's some shitheads like there is in every single group, okay? And they filter them out, filter them in. Sometimes, they linger. But I've interacted with some shitheads in the Jesus Coin community, but most of them are not right? Most of them, like you think about XRP, the XRP army's chilled out a lot. You guys have been humbled, and I think it chilled you out a lot. But the XRP army used to be the worst, man. Dogecoin, people that like Dogecoin last cycle, like that was just silly nonsense, but there was a lot of bad Dogecoin people last cycle too. the ADA gang, Solana people, like everybody just thinks their coins are the best and they talk smack about Caspa. The Caspa people are the worst this cycle, man. But you don't get that with Jesus Coin. Jesus Coin can be up 119%, and nobody in the Jesus Coin community is going to laugh at you or rub it in your face or be like, haha, my coin's pumping and yours isn't. They're going to be like, dude, come over here, buy some, get involved. You know, like it's exactly what I think a crypto community should be, not tribal. And all crypto communities are tribal, but inviting, welcoming, right? Because you create that tribalism, you create that warfare. Me, last cycle, I was a Doge guy. I automatically wanted to see Shiba fail because I was a Doge guy, right? If I didn't have that tribalism in me, if people weren't talking smack about Dogecoin who are on the Shiba side, I might have wanted to buy Shiba, and I might have bought something that pumped, right? Jesus Coin people, they're not talking smack. They're like about bringing people on. And dude, we literally brought on like over 500 wallets in the last 24 hours. I didn't even notice that. That's crazy. But I'm very bullish on it because the volume's there, the chart's bullish, higher highs, higher lows. Everything makes sense for it to go up. And this move, I don't care if I was or wasn't bullish on it here, and I was. But even if I wasn't, at this point, it's undeniable. This is a breakout move by every definition of the word. And the fact that this is by the way, it's the most successful religious coin that exists in crypto, okay? And it's based on the most successful religion in the world. Christianity is the most popular religion in the world. Jesus Christ himself, whether you're Christian or not, is one of the most famous historical figures of the world. Whether you accept him as a historical figure or not, some people believe that he existed, some people don't. That doesn't matter. People know who he is. It's like Superman. Everybody knows who Superman is, right? Popularity by the name, popularity by the faith, popularity in the sense that it is the most predominant Christian or faith coin that exists technically right now, religious coin that exists right now. Breakout move. It's going to go up. I like it a lot because of that, personally. All the other things are nice. They're sprinkles on the cake. It's icing on the cake. But the main reason I like it, the main reason I'm bullish on it is the chart. Looks like it wants to go up. We can make some money off of it. Let's do it, right? Everybody has their own reasons for getting into everything, but the underlying reason why we're all buying any crypto, let's not lie, let's not kid ourselves, is to make money, right? I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid to say that. I feel like some people beat around the bush with that stuff. They want to pretend that they're in it for different reasons, and there's different reasons to keep you in. But let's be real with ourselves. Let's not lie. You want to get into this like me or like anybody else, you want to get into it for money, right? And I think that it is going to make money. That's why I'm the most bullish on it. But there's a bunch of different things, man. There are a whole lot of things going on with Jesus Coin that I think really gives it a setup for something special, right? The whole way, I didn't even get into like how it began, right? I don't know too much about the origin stories, but I know, kind of like pajamas, the people, all the devs that created Jesus Coin, they're gone except for Maker Lee. He's the only one. He's the only one that's left, right? So talk about a fair launch. They launched it without setting aside a portion of the coins. That's what some of this that's locked up here. It was supposed to go to the devs, but it never happened. It was like truly a fair launch. Mishaps happened in the beginning and even afterwards, right, with the burn and everything. There's some things that haven't been perfect with it, but even though it hasn't been perfect from like how it's been planned out or how it's expected to go, it's perfect in the sense of how it's laying things out for the future in my perspective, because it's really giving people a chance to buy into it. It's not held by like a lot of it is not held by a little bit of people. And I say that, and there are the top 100, the top 200 wallets clearly hold the most Jesus Coin, and there's 17,300 wallets. Clearly, all coins are like that. There is a hierarchy in the wallet holding rankings. Of course there is, but it's got a more real beginning, I think, than most cryptos do, than most meme coins do too. And that's because most meme coins are backed by fake things, fake ideas, comedy, silly things that are gone with the wind. This is not a silly thing. People take this seriously. People have come together and united and created friendships. I have myself, right, through this coin, through the community it brings, and it's all tied together through religion, which exists outside of this, which is why I think there's a lot of value in that. And I think we might have something special here, guys. Like genuinely, I'm not just talking about this cycle. I'm not just talking about the pump, but I mean like in cycles to come. You think about Dogecoin. Dogecoin was the first meme coin, right? It's the top dog, literally. Bitcoin's the first crypto. It's the top dog. Ethereum is the first smart contract coin. It's the top dog. Binance, BNB is the first exchange coin. It's the top dog. Mana, Decentraland, the first metaverse token. It's the top dog, right? Or I guess Sandbox has a higher market cap than it now, but Mana is still a very dominant chart. Jesus coin is the first religion coin, like truthfully. Or at least if it's not the first, it's the most dominant one right now. There's power in that, and we are in we're in the first cycle, guys. Like we don't even know how much power could really be in this price action. But beyond all that, beyond the stuff that gives you goosebumps and gets me excited to wake up tomorrow, I think that the most likely next move would be that we're going to move up anything from like a 4.5x to about a 10x by the end of this year. And that's all because of what we've done this week. So that's why I'm really bullish on it. It's just the price action. But all that other stuff is littered throughout. And I didn't even cover all the reasons, man, probably. But I took that last 10 minutes to go over that. So I'm sorry. Thank you all for chilling. I can see I lost some people. Not everybody likes to talk. And it's because it's a meme coin. At the end of the day, it is a meme coin. But, you know, and there's a bunch of meme coins that'll probably do better than Jesus coin. Nothing's guaranteed, right? Everybody has their own beliefs on all their meme coins, right? But I'm just saying, man, I don't know. I think it's going to do well. I'm going to stop talking. I'm talking way too much. Let's move on to PNG. Talk about some pangolin. Very bullish as well, talking about meme coins. MEXC? Nope. Maybe. What about Gate.io? We're going to look it up on Dex Screener, PNG. Pangolin. 84K, sure. History, give me some history. Let's go. There it is. Perfect. We've used this chart before. Okay, so from a high to a low, clearly you can see that I was expecting we'd move down to the 0.5 and then we go up to the 786. Okay, clearly that was the plan. However, we can see that didn't happen. You never got above the 618. You didn't persist up to that 786 like I was calling for. But I was calling for a move down to the 0.5. You never did that either. However, recently we have. So now I think it's safe to say, instead of in this time frame that we'd see the 786, we've already bounced off the 0.5, right? We basically did exactly what I'm calling for. We just haven't had the move up yet, and this move down took longer than I expected it to, okay? And that's fair, right? Because this is like that time when the whole market stopped. It seemed bullish, but the whole market stopped. Pulled back to the 0.5 after hitting your golden ratio zone. Without a doubt, shadow of a doubt in my mind, you're going up to the 786, 886, $1.18 to 225. I very strongly believe you find resistance there, but it probably won't be resistance at this level. It'll be resistance at like this level, right? A little bubble, a little moment in time, and then you break out to new all-time highs. That's the path laid before you. Yes, I think this thing could see prices up at 27.25. You're at 25 cents now, bro. That's 100x. That's 100x. That's insane, right? You could see that. I don't think it's going to happen this fast. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I do think you'll see new all-time highs. Time will tell. It does depend on breaking above 225. I mean, technically, it depends on breaking above the all-time high. But when you close weeks above 225, that's how we know it's on to the new all-time high area. We'll see how it goes. I really would like this next attempt above the 618 to break through. If it doesn't, that could demean what I'm saying about this thing. But the expected area to go to right now is $1.18, 225. Expect turbulence in this area, okay? And just because I have the bubble drawn doesn't mean you have to go into it. You could genuinely bounce right off it, and that's that. That's the same thing as what I'm saying, that you could consolidate over here instead of up here. But however it looks, up and then consolidate and then upside some more. That's my thoughts on PNG. Yeah, looks good. That's PNG. Let's look real quick too. I want to see PNG on Coinbase. Yeah, a lot of volume coming in, man. That's good. That's probably more volume than you've ever had. So it doesn't look like it's so much on here. It looks like your volume's died off. But again, you're on Coinbase now, so I think most of the volume's going to be there, right? Coinbase being one of the biggest exchanges. So I think it's good, man. This actually looks really good. Bouncing off your 52 on the monthly. We'll see. Time will tell. But I think you are moving up from here. Theta is the next one. We'll talk about Theta, LTC, CAT, and then Zcash. We'll talk about Zcash just for you. I think it was William was the person's name. I'm not 100% sure. Walter Jr. We'll talk about it just for you, Walter. And then after that, we're going to end the video, guys. I got some sleep to catch up to. Hold up now. I had something that I wanted to do. There it is. Okay, finally, I found it. We're all good. $1.28 for Theta here. Theta. T-H-E-T-A, theta. It's pronounced theta. Like Leviosa. Leviosa. Okay. Relative high to relative low. Reached for the 618, couldn't quite get there. That's why you saw this deep pullback to the 236. That's okay. You're not really respecting these fibs. Let's base it off of something else. From a relative high low to a relative high. Pulled all the way down to your 786. Nice recovery. Up to the 0.5, rejected it, back down to the 618 area. Finding support, looking productive. Holding higher lows, looking productive. I like it. Weekly RSI, getting overbought, not getting oversold, holding higher lows, looking frisky, looking good, looking like it wants to risk it to get the biscuit. You're at $1.28, $1.29 right now. The next move that I would call for is up. Absolutely, it is up, and I would think you're going to move up to about $1.85. We'll see what you do here. But being how well you're respecting this fib so far, I would expect you find resistance here. You probably pull back to the 0.5 and then continue to move up from there. So a move up to $1.85, a move down to about $1.50, $1.45, somewhere in that area, and then a move up from there, going up above 240 and potentially even higher would be the expected move, right? And that kind of looks right. That kind of looks nice for a few reasons. Hold on, let me see. Let me get back on the weekly here. We take the relative low to the relative high. Come on now, you know you want to. There we go. Right. You go up like this, you come down like this, you go up like this, you come down like this, and you go up. You've got this nice like string of lows coming in. I don't know. I'm just drawing a pretty picture. It doesn't have to be pretty, right? It's not always pretty, but certainly I do think theta's moving up higher. And I gave you the targets. I hope if you don't remember them, just replay it because I don't remember them and I don't want to say it right now. And I want to move through these so that I'm not up too late. LTC Litecoin here, consolidating a little bit at 65.20. Very much don't believe you go below that low. At this point, I wouldn't believe you go below $59 either. You're at 65 bucks right now. Bitcoin does look like it wants to move down, I think. Inevitably, of course, we're going to break out. I would love to be wrong. You guys, I woke up this morning. I'm all over the place, but I woke up this morning checking the charts. I haven't woken up so eager to check the charts like I was this morning in such a long time. Like since in my first years, my first like 2 or 3 years trading, doing technical analysis, like that was the last time I woke up as excited as I was. Okay, maybe not. Maybe last year with Dogecoin. Whenever Dogecoin was up like a 10x overnight. That was pretty crazy. But I was eager to wake up today because I made all these predictions that we were going to go down, and I was hoping I was wrong. Like I don't know if you guys understand, and this is where I feel like the hyenas, the people that talk smack about whenever I'm right or when I'm wrong, they don't understand. It's like I want to be wrong, man. I really do. Like if I'm calling for things to go down, I wake up, I literally was excited and giddy looking at my phone to be proven wrong. And I woke up and I wasn't proven wrong. Things moved down and I was sad. Bitcoin moved up. I was kind of proven wrong with Bitcoin. I do think it'll move down. But all I'm trying to say, I'm getting caught up in the detour here when I'm trying to end this live stream, is that I do expect Bitcoin to go down, but wouldn't it be nice if I was wrong? I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, everything bullish just starts sooner, okay? But anyways, little detour of thought there. Litecoin, no, I don't think it'll go down too much lower. I doubt you break through $59. You might not even break 60. You're at 65 now. Weekly RSI looks set and ready to go. Daily RSI is neutral but bullishly postured, crowding that 123 moving average. Yeah, you're going to break out. You're at the lows of this zone. I think you're going to break out to like 106, 113, and then whenever that breaks out, man, you're going places. By the end of this year, you guys, I could genuinely see Litecoin being around anywhere from like 130 to let's just go 290. Probably closer to that $200 to $300 zone, probably, but we'll see. It's getting ready to break out, man. Anything and everything that we've seen since 2022, as far as upside movement goes, it's going to eclipse that. Anything and everything we've seen since 2022, as far as upside movement goes, what we're about to experience is going to be unlike any of it. It's going to be far more bullish, far faster. It's going to be like this stuff. We're about to get in it. Certainly by the end of the year, it's completely possible we could be well above $200, even around $300. I don't think we'll be above 300, but I am expecting at a minimum above probably like 140, 130. But I think above 200 is definitely in the bag. Let's go on to cat. You said it was somebody's cat. I forget who it was. I'll go through and read the comments to end the video too, so that nobody feels unheard. It said cat, and it was somebody's cat. Who was it? It was it say Simone's cat? Is that what it was? Simon's, not Simone. Simon's cat. Simon's cat. Volume. Market cap. Oh, wow. Is it like Simon Cowell? Like that guy? Simon's cat? Maybe. And that's the thing too, guys, right? Pajamas is the first YouTube cat, right? The very first YouTube video that ever had a cat doing something, that is Pajamas. Okay? That is Steve Chen's cat. There are a lot of cats like Simon's cat here, or Simone's cat, I don't know. There are a lot of cats that are based off of celebrities, right? They're owners. The owners, they're the pets of those celebrities. I don't know what words I'm trying to use here. Not all of them. This is a very common theme. The majority of them will fail. Pajamas exists in that majority of them. You know, it could fail. It really could fail. The majority of these coins that are basing their projects just off of someone's pets, they don't have much more going for them than that. But Pajamas does, right? A lot of these coins, they just base them off of someone's pet. They think it's funny. They think it's a silly trend, whatever. Those coins will fizzle out as time goes on. But coins like Pajamas, or there's probably other coins too, maybe Waffles, right? Because that's based off Da Vinci's cat. They might have more going off of going on behind the scenes than just it being a meme, right? So look for stuff like that. Not just in the sense of like people's pets, but like any memes. Look for memes that are doing things more behind the scenes. Not sometimes there's things that they shouldn't do. I don't know. Sometimes like Dogecoin is the best meme coin. It's performed the best, and it's had the least amount of developer interference. So maybe it's not good if there's too much stuff. I don't know. It's a theory. Man. Oh, I can be wrong. I think with coins like this though, if there is something a little bit more than just it being someone's pet, I think it might have more going for it just in that basic respect alone, right? This thing's new. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know who Simon is or Simone is, right? I'm assuming Simone Biles or Simon Cowell, but I could be wrong. From a low to a high, down to your 786, 886 zone. After finding support on the 618, moving up to your 0.5, moving down. This is a perfect area to find a low. Let's say that you do find a low because all the meme coins look like they're moving up, right? Let's say that that's a low. Let's look at your RSI. Let's throw some indicators on here real quick. Relative strength indicator. Again, Zcash is next, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Daily RSI. It looks pretty damn bad. 4-hour RSI. Okay, looking a little productive. Definitely bad overall, but you could have something going for you here. I don't like the lack of volume, but sometimes you do get these little moves that bleed up with the volume dying off, and then when the volume comes in, that's when you like really start to move up. So I suppose it's okay, the volume's not coming in until you get above these areas. That's when we'd like to see like more volume than anything you've seen here come in. But we'll see. Let's call for it to move up. I'm not completely confident, right? You could still have a date with Destiny with this 886, which is down at about 4021, 4002, somewhere in that area. You know, that might be what you have ultimately planned for you in this trajectory down. But if I'm wrong on that and you don't go that low, maybe you do just build out from here and you start moving up. It's hard to say, but the next target area that I'd like to see you get above would be 402857. Get above there, close above there, any given day, multiple days. That would convince me that you're at your low, okay? Start taking out highs, stuff like that. We're going to finish this bad boy up with Zcash. If you're wondering why I didn't give more predictions other than that, it's just not a lot of history. I mean, when you break above this high, and I think you will break above this high, you know, 4053, 406 could be targets. Even higher than that, like dramatically higher than that, could be targets. It's hard to say. There's not a lot of history, so I can't go off of that all alone. Oh, what's up, Bobby C? I did, actually. I did. Was it an ETF or they're putting it in a trust, Bobby C? Was it an ETF or a trust? I know they want to convert a lot of their trusts to ETFs, but I didn't hear about them wanting to turn it into an ETF. I thought I heard about them wanting to turn it into a trust, but maybe I heard ETF and I remembered wrong. What's up, Bobby C? How you doing? Let's read through some of these comments here before we finish up with Kat. You don't have to believe anything I say, and nothing can stop what is coming. Oh, that's that. This is biblical. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people Nothing can stop what is coming. I would agree with that, right? I agree with that frame of mind. You can't stop what's coming, right? It's just so just embrace it. I get it, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people assume the end times are here. I don't think. I think that the world, personally, like how I see things, I think the world will exist with humans on it thousands, tens of thousands of years after I'm dead. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that thinks we're at the end times. A lot of people do. My only thought to that is that human beings have been predicting the end of the world since we could. And the only thing that every single person who's predicted the end of the world, all they have in common, the only thing they have in common is that they've all been wrong so far. At one point, somebody's going to be right, or multiple somebody's going to be right. But until then, statistics are on my side, man. I don't think we're at the end of times, but I still do agree with that. NCSWIC, nothing can stop what is coming. I agree. Nothing can stop what is coming. You never can, but that can be more philosophical than biblical. But I don't know. To each their own. We could. Who knows, man? Things definitely seem biblical right now around the world with all the weather, man. Things, and whether you believe in the Bible or not, things things definitely seem Armageddon-like out there with nature right now. But again, personally, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that it's the end of times. I think my great grandkids will go on living life never knowing who I was, right? But I think they'll still go on living life. Let's see. And also, where do you buy it in the U.S.? Jeff, I'm assuming you're talking about Jesus Coin. What I use is Coinbase Wallet, okay? Coinbase is one thing, but Coinbase Wallet is a totally different thing. Coinbase made Coinbase Wallet, but Coinbase Wallet is like a decentralized application. You'll use it, you'll get on it. What you'll want to do for anybody who's looking to buy Jesus Coin or use any kind of, man, this screen is super bright, any kind of decentralized coin on Coinbase Wallet, you'll want to send Ethereum, okay? Don't send US dollars or USDT. You can. Some coins you can switch the exchange currency in that, but the default would be Ethereum. So what I'm trying to say is every time you do a transaction, when you buy or you sell or you swap on Coinbase Wallet, it costs money. Just like it does on Coinbase, just like it does on any exchange, it costs a fee. But this fee is not paid in US dollars. Sometimes you can change it. You can shift it. If you click the options, you can shift it each transaction. But generally speaking, it'll be in Ethereum. Your default, instead of US dollars, it'll be in Ethereum. So when you are looking to buy any coin on Coinbase Wallet or sell, you should always, like, let's say you have $1,000. Let's say you have $100. I don't know, what, $10,000, whatever, however much money you have on this wallet. Leave like $100 in Ethereum. If you have only $500 that you're putting on this, maybe leave like $20 in Ethereum, you know, but leave a sizable amount of Ethereum on there, or at least enough to cover when you want to sell. Okay, have enough on there obviously to buy, but I right now, I'm not going to say how much I have on my Coinbase wallet, but let's say I had 10 grand, okay, on my Coinbase wallet. I would keep at least $100 of Ethereum on standby just in case I want to make a sell at any point in time. Okay, so do that. Most people don't say that. They're like, get on Coinbase Wallet, use the swap, you know, and you definitely want to swap. You can't buy Jesus Coin. You can only swap. As far as I know, they don't let you do limits or anything like that. But what a lot of people fail to remind people is that you need money on there because you won't be able to sell, you won't be able to swap without having any Ethereum on there. So most importantly, you always want to have Ethereum on there. If you can figure out how to switch it to where it takes payments in other forms, do that. It's normally cheaper. Ethereum's normally not the cheapest option, but it's also not normally too terrible, right? But again, keep more money in Ethereum than you think you need on there, because if the time comes and you need to sell and the transaction fees are really high and you can't sell because of that and you miss the top, you're going to be pissed. You're gonna feel helpless, and that's a terrible feeling. I'm not speaking about this as an idea. I'm speaking about this from personal experience. Okay, you want to have Ethereum set up on there, so just make sure you have that. Okay, I'm stressing that so much, but yeah. Coinbase Wallet, CowSwap, I guess, is another one. I've never used it, but somebody recommended it a while ago in the Discord. I don't know. There's Uniswap, obviously. There's other means than just that, but I use Coinbase Wallet. That's where all my Jesus Coin is stored. Let's get back to the dark screen of friendliness to our eyes. Focus on Jesus, not Jesus Coin. Fair enough, Abe. Can you look at paying on Sol? Abe, I will, but not in this video, okay? Where's my damn pen at? Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I was off screen there for a second. Zcash USD. I'll talk about it in the next video, okay, Abe? I'll do it in the live stream leftovers tomorrow. I'll leave timestamps and everything with that. Definitely answered your question. Hell yeah, good, Jeff. I'm glad. If Trump's name or the name of Jesus is on something, consider it absolutely golden. Very blessed for the body of Christ. Oh, you're one of those guys, Abe. You're one of those guys. But I'm not interested in velodrome, just velo for me. Okay, I thank you for clarifying that. I appreciate that. Velo. I know which one you're talking about. That coin has nothing to do with Christianity, brother. Jesus was not Christian. Buddha was not Buddhist. Muhammad was even not Muslim. Leave religion out of it, please. Hey, man, I'm not the most well versed out of it, right? But I'm not gonna take back what I said about Jesus coin and how religion is implemented in it. It's absolute. That's all Jesus coin has. If it doesn't have religion, then it's just making fun of religion, and that's absolutely not what it is. So I'm not going to leave it out of there. Abe, you can think it's blasphemous, or you can say leave it out if you're taking offense to it, and I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you, right? I'm doing your requests, and I will do them tomorrow as well. But I'm not going to leave it out of there. You sound to me like everybody who's not involved with the community but is themselves a Christian, right? If you just got involved with the community, if you talk to anybody, you don't even have to buy the coin. You would see how absolutely about religion it is, actually, right? And I'm not a religious person at all, man, but I love how religious I love how very true to themselves and true to their faith all these people are, man. I really do. So to say leave religion out of it, I might not be the most well-versed in religion. I might have left out that Jesus was not a Christian, right? But Jesus is the Messiah of Christianity, right? I know Christianity comes from Judaism, but to say leave religion out of it, it's Jesus coin, bro. Like, the whole point of it is religion. It's not a joke. It's not some funny meme, right? It's a serious meme. It's a serious thing. And of course, they do silly things, right? Of course, they chad up their Jesus a little bit, right? They've got the glasses, right, on Jesus. You can't really see it here, right? Of course, they chat it up a little bit, but that's just I don't know, that's just fun stuff. Like, they're not making fun of Jesus. They're just having fun with it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I don't think it's offensive. But to each their own, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not trying to have anybody offend me. If people want to offend me, we can go for that. We can have some fun. But also, when your video, can you please do MKR and compound? Maker and compound. Yeah, I got you, buddy. I won't be giving shout outs. I hope you guys know, because I'm just writing these down so quickly. PNG is not a meme coin. Isn't it a meme coin? Isn't Pangolin a meme coin? I don't know. I have a small bag of PNG held securely on the descent. Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. I won't buy any more, though. That's probably fair. Load up with what you're happy with. PNG is the best DEX on AVAX. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Again, I don't know everything, man. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a meme coin. BTC 5-minute chart. I'm going to do Zcash, and then we'll do the BTC 5-minute chart just for you, CT. Unless I forget. If I forget, it's no offense. I'm not intentionally forgetting. I'm just 16 minutes past my bedtime already. Vikash Kumar, I am late in your stream, bro. Can you please do TA on Zcash? We're about to do Zcash right now, actually. Vikash, we're about to. Let's see. Bro, Zcash, please. I got you. I know. I'm just BSing right now. I'm sorry. BCH will become an ETF in the near term. I think BCH will become an ETF next cycle. I wish it never became an ETF at all, but nobody knows the day or the hour except for the Father. However, things are very dark these days. Nobody knows. I agree with that, Neighbor. Nobody knows. And who knows? I could be wrong. We could all die within the next. Armageddon could be upon us. Who knows, man? But I just think, going statistics, that's how my mind works. 99.9, actually 100% of every person that's predicted the end of the world has been wrong. From Mayans to Chinese people to North Americans, Europeans, all of us, man. We're, Africans, Australians. I'm not trying to leave anybody out, okay? But let's see. No need to fear. Everything's getting religious in here. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. What's up, my friend? Grateful to have you in here. Thank you for sharing some wisdom there. Firm believer. There's a lot of people that like Velo. Oh yeah, Rex Kramer. You don't use Coinbase. You use Coinbase Wallet. Yo, C-Zar, got some bags. How many of you left comments, man? I'm trying. Okay, we're almost at the end of it. I appreciate all of you. I don't have any bags of XRP, no, Henry. I've thought about buying some, but ultimately I've staved myself. Zcash, Vikash, patience, my friend. We're almost there. Much love, Abe. I appreciate you too, my man. Thank you, my friend. No, and I appreciate. I can tell you're being honest too, man. Thank you. No, I'm glad you didn't take any offense. Okay, cool. I'll be real, man. You know, and sometimes when you're real, you risk offending people, right? It's like Jordan Peterson said, if you want to have the ability to think, you gotta risk offending people, right? Because if you're thinking, your thoughts could or could not offend somebody, you know. But CZAR, oh, thank you, Ike. I appreciate you, my friend. Keep pushing forward. Thank you. Appreciate you, Pac-Man. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank all of you. We did not look at XCN or ADA. Oh, God. We did not look at XCN or ADA. I skipped them somehow, some way. So I'm going to put those at the top of the video tomorrow. But I'm not going to do them tonight, man. I'm 18 minutes over. Thank you, Vikash, bro. That means a lot. Thank you. What's on XDC? What's on XDC, Abe? I missed it. Ameno, Crypto Moy. Do you want me to talk about that one? I'll talk about it tomorrow. Again, you guys, these ones that I'm not talking about, anyone who's left a request that I said I would do, it'll be in the video titled Livestream Leftovers tomorrow, okay? Anywho, Zcash. Oh, you guys are talking. Okay, so that might not be, that wasn't meant for me. I get it. Okay, Zcash here. Vikash is very patient, and whoever else was requesting this is also very patient. Thank you, guys. So we're consolidating at the lows. Move down a lot. This might not be the best chart to represent Zcash, right? Because it's existed long before this, although we don't have the true history of it, do we? Okay, no, we do. Okay, I don't know if this is all. Yeah, no, that looks like all of it. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, so just not this wick, not that scam wick there. But if we take this high, the true high there on the May 2021, we are consolidating below the 236. Look at how well you just found resistance before on this 236. It's technically not there because this is your low. You wouldn't have known beforehand, but still pretty damn perfect. Finding support on the 069, moving above the 236 now. The next area I would expect you to go to is your 382. With how deep you got in the zone and how long you've like lingered already, I wouldn't expect that you reject it immediately. I would think you actually go a little bit above it. You might even go all the way up to your 0.5. It's possible. You do have areas of resistance up there, right? Like if you break through this zone, why not go to the top of it? Why stop somewhere in the middle? But who knows? Definitely expect prices above $53 to come, okay, soon. Obviously, you're up 22% this week. I think you're in the midst of this next move up. By the end of the year, I mean, you're breaking away from this zone as a whole, so things could really take off. By the end of the year, you could be as high as $76. If not genuinely, you might be all the way up as high as like $140 up at the top of this golden ratio zone. 140, 111. That could be end of the year price targets for you, genuinely. Much higher than that, I don't know. Will you see new all-time highs? That remains to be seen. You know, you were finding lower lows in the middle of the bull market, but while a lot of cryptos that were looking like this, they continued to look like this, they're still at the low points of their accumulation zone. You've built something for yourself recently, and your weekly RSI does look very productive, and that's a nice bounce on the 50. So I really do think you look charged. You look very coiled up, wound up, ready to go. You're going to see some phenomenal price action, probably not just through the end of this year, but going into next year, like it's probably going to carry out. I could see it seeing new cycle highs. I just don't know about new all-time highs, right? I don't know if that's a proper all-time high, but I could see it seeing new highs relative to this, actually. I might give Zcash a little bit more credit than I thought. We're at 35.76 right now. 1272 lines up very well with that high. I mean, that's a minimum of 24x right there. That'd be like your minimum expected target if you were to see. And again, I don't know if you see new all-time highs. I don't know if that's a proper all-time high. Maybe that is. I don't know, man. This is more bullish than I thought I would have been on Zcash. It just looks really nice right here, the move you're having. It all does depend what you do with this like 189, 259 area. I wonder how well you break through that, okay? And the sooner the better. But when you do, 877 to 2,613 is on the table. Like genuinely, this thing could, by the end of the cycle, see a 72x, 75x. It's possible. I didn't think it was. Let's look at that because I want to look at the market cap. Let's hold off on that real quick. Let's do the math before I start saying crazy things. 540. Let's call it 545. Let's round up to 543, right? Let's make it 545. 545 million. Okay, 545. Minimum target 24, almost a 25x. I'm not going to do the math. I'm not in the right state of mind. It's bedtime. 545 million times 24.7. That would equal a $13 billion market cap. So that's definitely doable. 545 million times 74. Let's just call it 74. Equals $40 billion, right? Because if the hundreds, if that's 545 million, hundreds here would be millions. Those are billions. So $40 billion in market cap. Yeah, Zcash, absolutely. Who knows? Who knows, man? Like, things can get crazy in crypto. That market cap is doable. It could go higher. It really could. I'm not convinced that it goes this high, but I accept it as a possibility more so now than I have really throughout this whole cycle. So Zcash, right? ZEC. I mean, it's the right one. It's absolutely the right one. Yeah, just in disbelief a little bit. Yeah. So 70. I would say maybe it's not as forgotten about as I thought it was. That's a nice low right there. It's a really nice low. This is what they call a triple bottom. They're not common. They appear more often than they actually succeed, right? A lot of people see triple bottoms and they think, oh, it's going to go up, but then it goes up and then it just breaks, right? It's a triple bottom, but it's a failed triple bottom. But if successful, these things are very powerful patterns, very powerful bottoming patterns, right? So you really could, if this is a triple bottoming pattern, and I kind of would expect it is, you would probably go above this high. And if you go above that high, the minimum target would really be like 1,300 to 2,600. So who knows, man? I would say 877 to 2,600 is what I would bet on this thing doing. Could it see higher? Absolutely. By the end of the cycle, it could. The market cap allows for that. Might it not even go above, 13, 1,400? Maybe, who knows? But I definitely would expect you get to this 1272. Time will tell. We'll see how valid that is when we're in the beginning of next year and we're above the 786 or the 886. Time will tell. But that's Zcash. Let's do this 5-minute Bitcoin time frame chart and then end the video here, guys. We're already 25 minutes past. 5 minutes. I haven't looked at the comments. How many of you are in there? Let's see, Fakash with the hearts. Appreciate you. Yeah, no, nice. Definitely nicer than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. And that's not because of anything that Abe said. That I literally I'm giving you guys my genuine opinion as I'm seeing it, man. Got to give it credit where credit's due. It looks better. The bottom that it's had, it actually looks a lot better than I remembered. I don't know what I was thinking, but the 5-minute time frame here on Bitcoin looks like it wants to go down. You got a little productivity, but really what you got, right? You were overbought a lot. Now you're not. You got oversold. Now you're not getting overbought anymore. Okay. And you're living below the 50 a lot more than you are above it, right? You got above it for a second, and now you're back below it again. I think you're moving down, lower highs, lower lows. I think you're moving down right now on the 5-minute time frame, and that lines up with what I'm expecting. We look at the price action, lower highs. I think it's a lot more obvious. Whoever it was that requested the 5-minute time frame, I bet they wanted it for this reason, right? Because it's a lot more obvious that it's moving down. It wants to move down here. I suppose if you hold this area, it could look good, but I doubt it. We look at this low to high, broke right through the 618, finding resistance on it. Yeah, dude, you're going down. I very much do believe Bitcoin will see prices below 59K when this move is said and done. And I think this move will be said and done between today and like 3 or 4 days from now. Maybe as late as the end of next week, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. Fun as always, man. I love. Oh my God, it just moved up a decent bit actually. Decent volume too. And 2.5 minutes left. It heard me talking smack about it, man. Who are you? Did you start buying because I said you wanted to see what direction I was talking about, right? No, that was a nice little move you just had there too. But yeah, thank you guys all for being here. There was something that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah, sports. I was betting on sports.
Thank you, Raymond. Appreciate you, my friend. We're going to look at some sports now. I'm going to turn my face sideways because I got my phone here. I want it to... Here, maybe I can adjust my face so it's not so weird. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Booyah. All right. Well, I lost that one. I bet on the UNLV game to hit the under 70, and they're at 84 points right now, so that sucks. Let's see. And then I didn't hit my parlay either, so there goes that. Whatever. No hits tonight. Oh, Northwestern won. Okay, that one's good. That was actually a big one, so we're good there. And then, yeah, we'll see. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to complete the thought because I was talking about gambling earlier, so let people know where the standings were. It was not a good night for gambling, unfortunately. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But anyways, guys, I'll see you on the next